the government do what is appropriate. Please and please share this video so it go viral.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow Biafrans all over the world, friends of Biafrans. You are watching live and direct on Enter Biafra, Channel 1, Channel 2, and you are listening from the Voice of Biafra, 97.5 FM. We need to test our microphone to be sure. All right. One moment.
It's okay. The microphone is strong. It was even better before.
Not yet.
The microphone was even better before.
Not yet. Hello? Okay, I think this is a better one.
It's better. Please hit the like.
Can you all hear me?
We can hear you. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. Share. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you have not yet.
Those of you watching on Enter Biafra Channel 2, can you all hear me? All right, I think we're good to go. To penetrate Biafra land in the name of ifeanyi ubah. You see, the reason why I'm going to do this evening is for Biafra people, the Igbo-speaking part of Biafra, to understand that the last person they can put their is ifeanyi ubah. Ifeanyi ubah is known for criminality, and I'm going to give a brief history of ifeanyi ubah this evening. Now, from the time ifeanyi ubah was in Congo, you know, some of you listening to the voice note he sent to Simon Ekpa, threatening Simon Ekpa that he fought Katanga War. Ifeanyi ubah says he is the one who fought Katanga War. And the people don't know what ifeanyi ubah meant by fighting Katanga War. I'm going to explain it to you this evening. After today, ifeanyi ubah will never remain the same. Now, what ifeanyi ubah has come to do is to use Ndi Igbo, to use Ndi Nnewi, to use Biafra people to cover his criminal activities when he has been caught up, when he has been exposed, when he was arrested, and he has a very serious case pending with the Nigeria government. A case of over many billions. And this happened 10 years ago. 10 years ago. That case has not been settled. Now, ifeanyi ubah is signing document. Ifeanyi ubah is signing document with Shetima, who is the founder of Boko Haram and now the Vice President of Islamic State of Nigeria. Do you know the document Ifeanyi Ubah is signing? Of course, you think it is just particular document that is signing you saw on the picture. Ifeanyi Ubah went into agreement to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I have a very reliable information that when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, Ifeanyi Ubah was bragging among the Southeast politicians that, Plawite Jofo, those who planned the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he was bragging with Hope Uzodimma and all of them, telling them, I told you, whenever I plan something, I execute it. And today, he is also saying the same thing to Simon Ekpa. But like I said, I will be his end. Me will be his end. If he has decided to stand on the way of our freedom, me, God will use me to end his impunity. I will be the end to his criminality, his impunity, and now that he has embraced Islamic State, and he is now willing to be used by the Islamic State of Nigeria to fight against Biafra. Me, Simon Ekpa, will end it. I want everybody to understand that when Biafra war, after the Biafra war, Gowon said, if he knew, he would have just take one person in Igbo land, give him money, and say, go and kill Ojukwu, or go and start fighting Ojukwu. Ojukwu will never succeed in even sustaining Biafra war for 3 years. That is what they are using Ifeanyi Ubah, Asadeduku Banko, to do today. But like I said, that was during Gowon. Everything you see is about money to them, because they were never genuine to fight for Biafra. It's all about money. Simon Ekpa is making money. Simon Ekpa is this and that. As if when you ask them, when Simon Ekpa joined Biafra struggle, don't they know who I am? Don't they know that Simon Ekpa has made name? Don't they know that I'm already living fine? Don't they know that I control things before joining Biafra struggle? But they will tell you, oh, Simon Ekpa is making money, as if I have collected money from them to fight for Biafra. Now, that is not even the reason why I'm here. So I want you people to listen to the history of Ifeanyi Ubah. And then I am going to bring a video. Our own is that we come with evidence and explanation. Now, Ifeanyi Ubah was in Congo. Let me also play the audio of Ifeanyi Ubah. First of all, where he was threatening Simon Ekpa that he fought Katanga. I do not know, I do not know, where, what he meant by Katanga, but he said he fought Katanga. So let us listen to his Katanga. A moment. Ifeanyi Ubah say he fought Katanga. And we are going to explain from the beginning to the end of this Katanga of Ifeanyi Ubah. I played this yesterday during the fundraising. I'm going to play it now. Now I want everyone to listen. I want everyone to listen.
If one may also go, touch not my prophet and do my anointed and do my prophet no harm. You dare not touch his anointed and do no harm to his prophet. As for me and my people, we will serve the Lord. Yes. Amen. The Almighty.
Serve Lord. Look at somebody serving Lord. Well, it depends on Lord. Lord, I just feel we can serve. You know, he's serving the Lord. Somebody say, you know, for him and his household, he's going to serve the Lord. And he is serving Ajofia Newi. He is the one telling you that is a red cloth, that is a red machete. Yet, he is telling you for him and his family, he is going to serve the Lord. We need to know which Lord he is serving. The Lord he served from Congo and committed crime. And somebody else served a prison sentence on behalf of ifeanyi. People don't know this. Do you know that ifeanyi committed crime against Congo in 2000 and he ran away from Congo and ran back to Lagos only for his manager to be arrested in Congo? The manager served a prison sentence, prison time on behalf of ifeanyi. So what he does in his own life is whenever he commits this crime to benefit himself, he uses other people to pay the price. That has been the life of ifeanyi. If you doubt what I'm saying today, go and ask him who served a prison sentence on your behalf in Congo. Is somebody who was serving him as a manager. He ran away. Today, he is using it to brag to Simon Ekpa as somebody who fought a war in Katanga. Hey, ifeanyi is bragging to me that he fought Katanga war. Somebody that ran away and they did not go to prison. He ran away, he ran back to Nigeria. He stayed in Lagos and started 419 business. It was 419 business he was doing. He raised money from the 419 business. When Obasanjo came to power, they introduced him to Obasanjo. And that was how he started with their corruption to make money from Nigeria state. So Nigeria has paid him. Nigeria has favored him. He was in Congo for years. He didn't do anything. He was in Congo. And he committed crime and somebody went to prison because of ifeanyi. ifeanyi abandoned the person and came back to Nigeria, where Nigeria breed criminals. So anything but Nigeria is favoring him because so long as he is not talking about Biafra, if he like, he will come to national television and say he's going to wipe the entire Igbo. The Nigerian government will support him because he is not talking against Nigeria. Once he is shouting, I don't support Biafra, I don't support Biafra, that is it. So ifeanyi ubah ran away from Congo and came back to Nigeria and stayed in Lagos. Now, today, when you don't know this history, you will be clapping. Oh, ifeanyi fought a war in Congo. He did not fight any war in Congo. He ran away as a coward and ran back to a country that has no law. a country where criminal will be celebrated, while the person serving him served the prison sentence in Congo. If you doubt me, ask anybody who knows what I'm talking about. But this is to establish the fact that in the history of ifeanyi ubah has always been to use others to pay for the crime he is committed. Anything he has done for himself to benefit him, he is going to use somebody to pay for the price. Today, he is struggling to use Igbo to cover up the fraud and the crime he committed in Nigeria, amounting to billions of naira. I'm going to expose it because some of you don't, you have forgotten. So when you see him struggling to fight Simon Ekpa, struggling to fight Biafra, struggling to kidnap Mazi to fight, he is doing it because he is owing and he has committed financial fraud amounting to over 30 billion. Financial fraud. He has accused P2B. He has accused Madoka, Cosmos. He has almost every businessman in Anambra. He has accused everybody. He said he is the only one who knows what his Nnewi is all about. He's only one who is pure, who is not committing crime. Yet, he claimed that Cosmos Madoka also deceived him to commit this crime. Today, he is trying everything possible. He has mortgaged the Biafra, telling the Nnewi, come out on Monday. Don't go to sit at home. If you don't come out, I will lock your shop. And there's some people who don't know ifeanyi ubah will be thinking that, oh, this man is fighting for us. He's not fighting for you. He is trying to save his money, his life, and his image because of the crime he's already committed. And remember that I told you that somebody has served prison sentence for him in Congo. That's number one. Number two is now he wants to use Ndi Nnewi as if he loves Ndi Nnewi to tell them, you must not sit at home. He didn't love you. What he's trying to do, you see him signing documents with Shetima, is because of what I'm about to expose this night. Because of this exposition. And for this reason, I want everybody to listen to the voice. First, when he talked about the Congo.
Lord, Simon Ekpa, be careful.
Also, now Simon Ekpa, be careful. Not water cable. The same way you told Mazi Nnamdi cannot be water. But let me tell you, ifeanyi ubah, now me, this water of Simon Ekpa, that Pogishi, you see that Ishiga, engage the bottle where you are threatening me that Simon Ekpa water. You are saying Simon Ekpa, fan, please, my fan, forgive Simon Ekpa. What has Simon Ekpa done to you that you are asking people to forgive Simon Ekpa? I did not look for your trouble. You look for the trouble of Biafra. I was on my own, fighting for the freedom of my people. I was on my own, creating awareness how Nigeria has impoverished my people, enslaved them, and you are the willing too. This man say, if you don't sit at home, he is going to do this and do that. And I came to explain to Biafra what ifeanyi ubah is doing. Ifeanyi ubah say that I am a small boy. I agree, I am a small boy. But this small boy, this small boy will end your criminality in Anambra. This small boy will end your criminality in Igbo land. This small boy will end your criminality in Biafra. This small boy will finish your history at the end of the day. This small boy, of course, I'm an Ekpa. And let me tell you, Ejim Gofo, and you know, after today, you will never remain the same. I have been always telling all of you, forget Ekpa. That near the bendy. Here the bendy. Oh, what you go down? Ifeanyi ubah, here the bendy. If If you understand, you understand. If you don't understand, there is nothing I can do. But what I will tell you is that I want Biafra people to listen to this.
Jirimayo. Jirimayo. Ni patales go Jirimayo. We pon ni fe pasara Anambra State. We find we fe pasara Igbo. Only you charity begins and we pasara Igbo State. Yes, sir. I want this message to go viral. I will have another opportunity to address you at BBC. Igbo. Ogu. If you fulfill it well. Be very careful.
Okay, also now, he said after addressing me on BBC Igbo, my own is that after addressing you today, I don't know when your BBC interview is coming, but my own is that you see after today, na Biafra land, let us continue.
Thank you very much. Ndị niile na-azụ afịa na Nnewi on Monday, I know over 50,000 shops. Ebe a na-azụ motor spare parts, motorcycle spare parts, different products na Nnewi, and another businesses in Anambra South, starting with Nnewi. Now on Monday, na anyị ga-azụ afịa. Anyị abịa n'afịa. Every Monday, I will be there with you. I am Michago Finine, Mazi Wabawankili. Nkoni Molina Putawazi Kafuzi and Anya. Open the cake of the Akiki Kamako Sema. So, only open an Azwafia. Open in your Simon Ekpa 1 day, in 6 days. If you can, you can open in Simon Ekpa 1 day. In 6 days. Man, chop when I'm going to 6 days. We are not going to work on Monday. Maka Simon Ekpa on Monday we work. Then we are going to work on Monday. So Monday, no abuna. Kwadobe. 9 in Jesus Afia. Anybody say no? Gas in Afia. Or never see any gas. Anybody say gas in Afia or provide any figure on Monday that day. So Galun him there. Okwankulu. Naga Iboni Nanti. Naga Unyabananti. Because if I now see a get a walk, I now for the our homeland. Only trying to sit at home, only for an abalanyu. Ndi bada at all lazy. I na bambo. So biko every only wabuna, no business interest biko. None we are starting with Nnewi before I get in. And also to let the world know that in the past, the Simon Ekpa, the doing the mother not boku, and they will tell you go. All things on the make go, or the make chop here as well.
Are you hearing the lies? This idiot, these criminals, Simon Ekpa, in the past, now Simon Ekpa, they didn't the mother. I have never sent anybody to collect money from anybody in Biafra land. I've never sent anybody to contact ifeanyi ubah or to contact anybody in Nnewi or to contact anybody doing business in Biafra land to contribute money for Biafra. I have never ever done it. So he should tell you who are those coming to him that Simon Ekpa sent. I've never sent anybody. And we are going to send. And when we are going to send people for the liberation of Biafra, you are going to know. Our own is not a secret. I have never sent anybody to meet this criminal. But the point and the fact is that he ran away from Congo after committing crime. And his manager, who was in Congo, went to prison. I am wondering, why should this criminal come to brag fighting war of Katanga? Listen to where he bragged about Katanga war.
Things on the make go, or they make chop here as also. In a pushing the Madego, and gone a man and Nnewi and undo it.
Not pushing the Madego, came the man and nowhere. And like I always do, like I have always done, ifeanyi ubah, if I have ever sent anybody to collect money in Nnewi, or work. But if I have never sent anybody to collect money from Nnewi or collect money from the business in Nnewi, and you are here slandering my name, I'm saying from tomorrow, from this tomorrow being the 3rd of July 2023, or the dagi video from tomorrow. And they got dagide, it pay. I don't have to get but open now send somebody to collect money from Nnewi before today. The money he need email or that work. But I want to send anybody. If I have never sent anybody to collect money from you or from anybody in Nnewi, your downfall start from the 3rd. And I got all a history. All that a history of Biafra liberation. That because of this, you are no more. From tomorrow, I will give a video. Because I've never sent anybody. But I'm going to send when the right time comes. Because people that are going to fund the liberation of Biafra are going to be Biafrans. So I will send, but I have not sent anybody yet. When the time comes, I'm going to send people. And Biafrans are going to fund the liberation of Biafra. So I want everybody to listen to how they blackmail people.
So I understand his pains. Mother, mother got boy and son, and no one did a mother kidnap. No, I'll see him by one this year. I'll see him on Monday.
I say now people, now that I come to collect money, that when you call me, I say, I don't have any business with anybody. Calling me, and I call them, am I your police? Am I your military? Am I your Fulani? Why are you calling me people? Do I have business with that? It's in Nigeria. You support Nigerian military, you support Nigerian police to kill our women. So why you kidnap? Go to them. Why are you coming to me? Now you may have your own, you have your own militia, you know, and they are going to be falling woto in Biafra land until they are no more. Until you are left alone. You're not Bazi. And what they make it, I want everybody to listen to ifeanyi. But before we go to the proper exposition,
and then also the red line. I agree that thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, us now cross on the red line. Where no matter where Ogodo Erunata. I want you to tell ifeanyi about today that my own red line has been crossed. Tell ifeanyi he actually has crossed my own red line and I have crossed Biafra red line. So, and we are going to tell him, no matter Ogodo Erunata. Ogodo Kia, Ogodo Kaonata, Omadumwe. And after this, the business people in Nnewi have a message for the criminal.
Nwanne nji Igbo okwu ya ka ese ndere ife a jichi akpara ifeanyi ubozi si ya n'ofu n'ime ndị so azụ afịa na moto pass. Na enwebeghị mgbe nsogbu ya nụ na ndị mmadụ bịa na nke ifeanyi ụba na-ayọ ya nri ma ọ na-ekpesa ya na ha nwere nsogbu na Mọnde ahụ azụ afịa ha bịa kwụsịrị ha chiri ya afịa. Ọwụ sinetọ ya kwuo okwu gbasara etu Nnewi esi wee dị mma. Ya gwọrọ ọkpa ya gara n'ebe anyị na-azụ afịa na ha agazi ya aga apịta egbuo na mmadụ ndị Japan of Africa ya bịa na ha top the town ebe a na-akpọ Bankroad ka ọ fụ na taya moto ahụ adamzi ebe ahụ ebe a na-asọzi oyi ebe a dịzi ka ikpu ahịhịa achịrị na Nnewi enweghị ụzọ esi aga tata site sinetọ ya da ekwu okwu nke ya kwuo okwu nke anọ nke akọ ya wee maa akụwarị aka
Please make this voice to be criminal.
Ya kwuo okwu nke a nọ nke akọ okwu akọwarị aka. Zite ni ozi a gwa ya na ife ọ na-abịa ikwu ahụ nya onye mbukwu narị ya ndị mụtara ya nọ ọwọ ka ọrfa. Ọ batara na mbusoro udo nya ife izu obu ụzọ mee. Ọ kwụsị Monday sit at home. Onwe n'ime a na-asị gụnụ kpatara ejere Monday sit at home kpọọ keribe ya ekwu maka ma ife anyị maka ịkpatara ya n'ọdụ igbo Monday sit at home. Ndị mmadụ sọ n'ime sọ n'ọdụ ha ahụ mmadụ. Nwụrụkwa ya na-abịa afọ ya dọrọ na be ma ọnya pụta ilo. Ma ndị mmadụ n'ọdụ ahụ bikọ ife a na-eme atụrụ na-ewu ebu n'iwe. Onye na-alụ ofu onye oru azụ narị oru niile. Ọ bụrụ na ọ sị na ife na Nigerian gọọmenti na-eme na ndị ka na ọdụ mma ya pụta kwuo ya opun. Gbọdọ na ama n'ọkụ na onwe ya na-ayọ nni ebe ebe na fuel mgbe a na-eme kampen kịta fuel na 500 and anyị dịkwa onye ebele anyị ego ka ọ dị nso chọ ana ama n'ime ndị na-azụ afịa achọ anyị akọwarị ya aka ya mekwa ya fuel 200 n'ọkịta anyị dị fuel 200 ọ ga ya ahụ mma abịala ọla anyị ilodo na-achị ebe anyị na-azụ afịa na aha agazi moto pasị aga nke ga-aga motorcycle pasị aga ma building materials nwozi nke a na-aga ilo ogwụ kpamkpam aka gọọmenti ya enyela anyị aka anyị n'idiri ọ bụrụ na ihe gbasara Monday sit at home ma ọ sit at home ma Simon Ekpa na-ekwu maka na-ewe iwe ha ga-ekwu okwu gbasara ife batara Monday sit at home na ndị na-ekwu ekwuru wee sị na ọ bụrụ na akwụsị Monday sit at home elize na ndị ka ntata akwụsị Monday sit at home tata Simon Ekpa ọ na-akpa afa kwurie abụrụ Simon Ekpa Simon kwana anyị na-ewi ọkụ nke nka mkpụrụ ife ọ na-akwụkwọ ometụ ime metụ agụba ọ na-akwụkwọ oputu ime oputu anya na ndị kwuru okwu si amekwana anyị na-ewi ọkụ opu ụzọ dị mma bịakwa n'Imo steeti mee na ya eme nwunye eti ihe ebe ahụ tata Imo steeti ahụ na war zone ọkụ maka onye ahụ apụ ị na-akpa apụ jekwa eji ndị Igbo ka ha gbasi isi ya egbe niile a na-agbasi isi ya n'Igbo na ndị anyị hopu ụzọ dịkwa n'Igbo ruo tata na ndị egbugoro egbu na ndị akpa ọkwụsịgo kịtarị ka ọ ka njọ Dave Umahi try kwara n'Imo steeti na Ebonyi steeti sorry o nwere ife metara ya ọ kara akwụkwọ n'iruo tata you can't stop the will of the people.
All right. No, you want to
Gọvanọ Anambra steeti bụ Soludo tara kwara ka ọ batara mechaa fụ na ọgba uru mmadụ nso mmụọ ọgụ so biko anyị tụasịkwa na ọ dịkwa ahụ ma nke ka m na-ekwu ife mana arịkwa ya mụnyere ọkụ na Nnewi si na ọ na-adị ịzụ azụ si ga ka anyị gụọrọ ife mkpa ndị na-azụ afịa ma ife mkpa ndị Nnewi n'idiri si medala anyị nke ahụ Nnewi ka Nnewi dị motere bụ ka ife ebe anyị si ebu aka ya nwa afịa anyị na-azụ fuel gaala ọnụ mere expenses anyị na-eme n'afịa anyị mechaa anyị akabazie ụdị anyị na-azụ moto pas onwere gbasara fuel na price mgbachi anyị onwe ndị na-eji fuel price of fuel eseti their price ọ dịghị etu na moto pas fuel nwere ike ịdarị arị mgbachi ya na-ada ada onwe ya dị igo afịa na-ele 2000 n'ime afịa esi ya na fuel arịa na fratis nke 2002 onye agaghị jewara so o mee nke ahụ anyị nwere onwe anyị benefit from it ọ sị na ọfụ ndị Igbo n'anya ya je gwa Nigerian gọọmenti ha rize na nka na kọtụ ebe izigwe ọ dị na sitatu ma akwụsị ya amadị ife a na-ebuzi ọkwụrụ ọtọ n'anya ọ bụ na anya na Simon Ekpa nwere ọgụ ya bụ ife jekwe na Finland nọrọkwa na Finland ha jekwa Simon Ekpa na Finland ka a na-anọbakwa ebe a sị ha bụkwa mara amụkwara ha kwụ ebe na ha ka fụkwara ifo na ekenekwa m ụnụ ọsụkwa meseji dị availa ọ dakwa availa nso wee nụ ya ọkwa na nke a ejekwe ya jekwe ya ndụmọdụ nke nna ọhalụ nke nka ntụkwara ya.
Now, I want everybody to understand that what this man is saying is that nobody in Nnewi has come to beg food from ifeanyi that Monday sit at home and our coming sit at home, they don't have food to eat. Nobody has come to beg from the market. That's number one. Number two is that there are many problems in the market, that the market is not motorable. If ifeanyi claim to love them, let him come first so that they are going to table their problem to him, and if he claims he loves Igbo, which he didn't love. So that is number one message. From the people that are the businessmen, from Nnewi responding to ifeanyi. This is not Simon Ekpa. Now is Nnewi people responding to ifeanyi. So, and tomorrow is going to be the result day. I want you all to listen to another voice.
Na-afụna netu nna ekwu asị wee wuru onye eziokwu na-anụrụ ndị Igbo ọgụ. Amahụ na ndị ọkpọ ndị Igbo na ndị na-ekpokwu na Nigeria ka ọ na-ekpokwu maka Igbo niile. Like I said earlier.
That's a question that he needs to answer. The people he's claiming that he's fighting for the Igbo people. Are they the Igbo of Nigeria or they are the Igbo of Biafra? Maybe he needs to, differentiate which of the Igbo he is fighting for. Because as far as I'm concerned, every Igbo man is a Biafra and everybody now is fighting for Biafra. Except him and his cohort.
Ọ bụ na eziokwu dị n'ọnụ n'ọchọ n'ọma n'obu ndị Igbo attack ka o si ekiri eme ya. Ọ ga-eme n'ife ga-adị n'fe na ọ ga-work with justice. Because etu adị n'ọkịta ihe ekwu okwu maka interest nke ihe ekwu maka interest nke m. You don't. There may millions that may not talk.
Okay.
But they have their own interest. Interest around how to Nigeria.
All right.
Nigeria work for them. Since elekenje but we don't know why I don't my ketafo and I found over the bad nose on. Okay,
I want you to pay attention to the accent of this man. You find out no accent Newi. So it is Newi person is responding to him, not me. According to him, also no can be a boy. I am not a boy man. I am not any. I am a Biafran. Once you believe in Biafra, that is nothing like a boy man. That is nothing like a Newi man. And this man speaking to him now, responding. If you're listening to the Igbo, he's speaking. You will know that he is speaking just the same thing like the criminal ifeanyi, which means that Newi people are now responding to him.
Okay, ndị a na-eme nkwugheri Nnamdi Kanu na-eme nkwugheri ife ọ ga na-abịa ịgwa na isi adịghị Nnamdi Kanu mma ọ ga na-abịa ịgwa na ọfụ ndị Igbo na-akara Nnamdi Kanu ebere emewe mmadụ uche ha zuru ezu ife ọ ga na-abịa ịgwa ya ewu na ọka Soludo wee si ike ife ọ bụ iprove kịta ọ ga-asikarịrị Hope Uzodimma n'Imo steeti n'ike ọ ga-asikarị Devil Mahi ordinary senator na control Benna ọ ka Benna ka ọ na control ọkachi ugbe Anambra wee kwu okwu Igbo wee bata nke Biafra ọ ga kịta akago Fada Ejike Mbaka wee nwee influence ọ ka ga-ewe nwee followers and fans Ejike Mbaka gwara Buhari gba Nigerian gọọmenti n'ihu ọ bụ na ha achọ ka site atụ nkwụsị tata ha release Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu site atụ ma kwụsị Simon Ekpa ọ na-eme accuse pụrụ the same thing release Nnamdi Kanu na court ekwurasị release ụna aka efosịrị gba ụnụ release tata site atụ ma kwụsị nya na nsọ Monday site atụ end ịchọ na ọ na-ịchọ ka Nnamdi Kanu nye ọda go release Nnamdi Kanu as a free man okwu ha na-efe a na ọ emezie nya stop because ọ ka bụ his supreme leader ịchọ ikwudo okwu ebe a o nwere ike nwe ya ekwu okwu ka ọsọ nwere ike egwu na-atụ ndị ekwu ma ọ nke mana ife anyị ncha bụ ofu isi ogwe ekere ibe idoso mmadụ nya wakana ya chaka na akwụ you can never be king of kings onye king of kings bụ Chukwu oke abịa meke kere ụwa niile ọ na ibe na-ekwu mmadụ ekozi na fụnafụna na Nebukadneza eze Babylon try Chineke ba n'ọfịa taa ahịhịa ekwuru nsi na ọsọ ibe Chukwu ekwugo ibe mmadụ ya ekwugharị anyị na-eme agitate na-eji nwanne anyị nwoke bụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu onye nwekwa ọsọ nke a ewejere ndị ọtọriti FM ma ọ bụ Choice FM ọtọriti ama m ka ọ wara ma Ifeanyi Ubah sigba na ife ndị mmadụ ji wee nabata na ha yara nọ n'ụlọ n'iwe na-ewe ha ahụ na-eji nwanne anyị nwoke ọlọfuli at the end of ihe ka ọtụpụrụ si hapịa Buhari kwuo na ọ ya na onye Igbo apụtara na-akọ ya na-ekwu si mepesi ya afịa na Igbo niile voice je viral voice ọ na-eje viral ndị Igbo sef na mgbamgba Anambra godu aka gabeghị ife na-ekwu iji election ị na-eme iwe mara ịpụta zọpụrụ Anambra gọvanọchip election onye a na-azụgodo eketa iwu iwe ịma na ife na-ekwu influence ga Anambra ọ na iwu iwu ga Anambra chọzie nke Igbo niile ịrasịa Biafra gafere anyị Igbo ọ na ife na-ekwu Biafra gafere anyị Igbo mmadụ eyuzusu na ụbụrụ ibe Simon I have before they put on the Simon I then I'm millions. If you have followers, if you have thousands, even Simon millions. They put under here, open under the silence. No, now so Simon only represent millions of Biafra. Count the phone I know. So why I know I know my bamba, man, even Puruna, and I treat them, I have him to be joke. Where put them back, you know, boom. I've done a TT buy or turn down new program buy or you go.
Yes.
I try to go come on through this way. What's up, do the Afro station? My call for now, but I know one man of the
we told.
And I'm working 80. I can't so my oh, so now go against protests. Now reason and they can. I'm sorry for that person. I'm sorry for the person. Even pussy care, even the spiritual. I'm not boo or any go bonye and go to pussy.
It's what
I say, I ain't over Kume. Mother waking up when I ban a tetchine. Tuku mother. I never between the money cake all the wall. Go ahead, about nobody could make a get the bit. Oh, you're not to Tuku. Oh, yeah, call. Well, we came for women. Go send on your
boy.
There's a fellow needs to try to make a oh, can they can to the plan? I'm on a platform, leave on a pussy. Mana, if I know, as you quad the hair, as you quad the hair, you could open my cargo. It was never talk. You put it at home, he had his own matters at home. Give the woman a matters at home. I been a call for long, good part make a beer when I need way for me. Away for government in a bloody one. You put a zero punka, like I put it back, put it. Young. I know I am putting on the group. Give me a lie for you. And I'm up on an hour off and work off one.
All right, you see, everything you listen here from this man is a business bragging how he is going to close the shop. He has not even one people. Well, free here that name with the power. The idea intimidation. We intimidate everybody on our name because now all sign of agreement with Shetima. So that nobody will question the people when they start killing our people. But like I said, tomorrow, if any business of any man, like this man speaking now, if we find your bar, close and destroy his business, hi, Chineke God. Those who live in a glass house should not throw stone. Those who live in glass house should not throw stone. If any business is destroyed tomorrow in a new, hi. Yeah, the Bible. But let us continue. The next audio message will be played.
O nwere ihe ọzọ m letere. O nwere mgbe about almost 25 people nyegidere nsogbu ime ihe omelu. O jee okpoko ha nche niile deport ha to Sahara Desert. Ya, o nwere ebe a na-akpọ desert. Ndị ewu Adanna. O nwere some things I'm supposed ịgwa Prime Minister about na-abute ngwaahịa. Abute ego ngwaahịa 500,000 or 1 million. Iluo Congo. Onye na onye ha ya anọdụ na Nigeria. Ọkpọ mmadụ na-enwe ego. Ifeanyi Ubah na-agba ọnata ihe a. O jee Nnewi okonoko ebe 10 to 20 people. Jee Lagos konoko 10 to 20 people. Si na-abute ngwaahịa. Abute ego ngwaahịa 500,000 or 1 million. Iluo Congo. Onye na onye ha ya anọdụ na Nigeria. Ọkpọ mmadụ na Congo onye na ya planụ. Si ego ne ka a na-ele ihe dị otu a onye ahụ asịa tọpụ ego ihe a na-ele ọ gwacha onye ahụ ewezi exchange rate a jee n'ime ahịa agụ ya exchange rate ọ bụ ihe ka ihe 500,000 naira emechaa ọ sị na enye 2 million naira so onye ahụ afụchazi ebe 2 million naira ahụ onye afụchazi 2 million naira ahụ o tinye ego so ọ kpọrọ ha niile bata ọ kpọrọ ha niile sara akapa ebunye ha ute ha dị na ọ na-enye ha nri a ihe a na-eme bụ ụtụtụ ha bịa na afis abịa na shọp ya bịa were ego nri ihe afụzi Ifeanyị anya ha ya afụ Ifeanyị dade Haland ha ya afụ Ifeanyị odisapia kpolu ndị amị kpojuo na shọp ya imesi a na-anụ ọgụ na shọp Ifeanyị every day na Victor ebe a na-akpọ shọp a dị na Victory ya na-akpọ ebe a Victory ma a na-akpọ ya Victor na side Victor so a na-anụ ọgụ na shop Ifeanyị every day ihe afọ Ifeanyị ịnụ ha akpa m ndị amị ahụ ebe ahụ kpụrụ onye ahụ edisapia ozugbo and o nwere mgbe Ifeanyị nọkọta kpokọ about 50 people ndị because na ndị gọọmenti ndị Congo the son of Mobutu nyanya ya dị mma so onye obodo emesi ọpụ ọ na-enye ya ego ọ na-akwụ ụgwọ ngwa ahịa erughị ebe ahụ ndị nwa ha ọ naghị ala ndị n'airport nwa ha eji ebe a bupụta dị ngwa ahịa ọ bịazie bie bịa buru esokwa mme nke ahụ ọbịabe onye anyị na-enye ya ego ngwa ahịa anyị bata anyị jezi na bie anaghị akwụ ụgwọ ngwa ahịa from airport ka eburu ya ije na bie drọpụ abịazie kwụọ ya ụgwọ bie anyị kwụọ ya ụgwọ bie buru dị ngwa ahịa Ifeanyị na-eme o buruzie dị ngwa ọ chọrọ onye ahụ ego chọrọ ya ego buruzie dị ngwa ya jee na shọp ya kpọba ihe afụzi Ifeanyị ụmụbe ya na-eleda ahịa ihe afọ Ifeanyị again ndị ahịa tagide afọ me personally eccentric most of our boys nọ South Africa bụ ndị rụrụ Ifeanyị ndị Ifeanyị gwuru wayo gwukọsị ha wayo wee dọmpụ ha na Congo ha kpakọta ha eji aka chọba ụzọ esi wee ụfọdụ je start mmụọ na onwe m personally kwụrụ mmadụ ịtọ ụgwọ Ifeanyị frustrated mụnwa kwụrụ ụgwọ ha ji jebe South Africa ha ji na South Africa because Ifeanyị na kọrọ ego ha na-akpazi onwe ihe na-ayọzi nri fọm ha bịa na shop m fọm bịa na shop m nekọta ebere ha mere m nkwụọ ụgwọ ajeozie South Africa 3 of them mụnwa kwụrụ ụgwọ personally so ihe ka Ifeanyị na-eme ndị agha redusuo ihe ka mmadụ 10 ọgbọta mmadụ 40 a redusuo ọ nakwa Naijiria kpokọtakwa ndị ọzọ landịkwa ngwa ahịa eju na shop ya etu a ka o si wee meki ego ahụ o meki na ya na nwa prezidenti nwa Mobutu a na-akpọ Saddam Hussein ya na ya bụ tight friend ekporo ebe obi ndị amị ji ụdị a anaghị abịa ga ya aga so ọ ihe Ifeanyị megidere wee nwee ike imeki ego and ọ na-aja etuo ndị be anyị imi nọ dị a onwe onye ebubatara ngwa ahịa hiu Ifeanyị nwee osuwe ya imi eweta ka ihe shie ya Ifeanyị na-eme mere ncha na Congo etu o si wee meki ego o mekiri. God bless you.
All right. Now, now I don't need to, of course, I feel like playing all this audio so that Biafrans will understand the criminality of Ifeanyi. But before I go into the proper exposition, there is a very powerful exposition I want to do, connecting all these things together. So I think it is good to play this audio as well.
After Prime Minister na-ekwu na Ifeanyị si ya gbara ọsọ from ọnụ ọgụ Congo o gwuru ndị Congo waya na-achụ ya achọ anọ m Congo mgbe a mụna o gwuru ndị Congo wayo rie ego ha mgbe nwa ego nwa Mobutu bunyere ya Mobutu anwụọ nke nọzinu nke rigote achọwazi Ifeanyị agba ọsọ hapụzi ma shop ya ma ihe da gbafelu nataba anyị onwe ọwụwa ọ nụrụ ọya ka Ifeanyị ji wee gba ọsọ onye atụkwụ na Congo nkịta ọ tụkwụ na Congo nkịta ọ bụrụ aka akpari so onwe agha ọ nụrụ na Congo o riri ego ndị Congo ewee chụọ ya kpọọ onye ọbụla nọ na Congo jụọ ha information about Ifeanyị do amahụ na ndị a bụ ndị nọ nkịta bụ ndị ọfụ but eji the whole history Ifeanyị amụrụ ya anyị nchara na ịta na-erikọ nri na-aṅụkọ he knows me very well anyị nchara Congo mgbe anwa so it's wrong onwe agha ọnụ na Congo ego Congo ori ka iji gba ọsọ na Congo
the story is like the Osofia.
Ndị be anyị ndị Igbo dump all those people na desert je dump ha dia amụ ha na da ọdịskwa ndụ na ha nwụrụ anwụ onwezi onye nụrụ onu ndị ahụ today amụ na Ifeanyi ogburu ndị ahụ egbu mana ama na deport ha to that place napụsa ihe niile duka ha nyekọtara nsogbu deport ha to that place with ndị amị corporation nye na ndị amị ati ihe je dump ha na one desert eto yese ndobe ndị ahụ today onwezi onye kọtara nkụ ndị ahụ. That guy is a ritualist. He's a very, very bad person. Yeah, also no, but also na Congo, mmadụ savu gentams. Ima na eru na Kabila nwụrụ. Joseph Kabila, former president, about Joseph, the main Kabila, the first Kabila nwụrụ na aka Ifeanyi dị there. I go to also even Obo Keji Buffet from Brazzaville, Obo Keji Buffet Ifeanyi from Brazzaville. Osiyebza, Woko Buffet, Woko, Gagide Gafe, Bo Gafe, Wezium, we say about why also Nigeria. Somebody's will serve the Jetam because of Ifeanyi. Serve Jetam. Why that Jetam on Eku? Naki in the killing of the president, the president of that Kabila. Aki the dia.
That is why he can never go back to Congo. Congo. Ibu the president Meloji Bolo Congo. Planning to kidnap Mazi now bragging in the midst of the politician. We are planning here, may execute. Mumwa, Gapinyokwa. From
Mazi onye na be ka ha nọ plan maka ogbugbu president ndị Congo before Laurent Kabila ọ na be Ifeanyi Ubah and mgbe ha mechara meditin execute Ifeanyi Ubah nzupụta ezupụrụ etinye na boot so buga ya na ọgba ọsọ esi na boot wee tinye na destiny na boot tinye na base na Congo Brazzaville ebe ahụ na Congo Brazzaville ka o ji wee nawazia Nigeria so ihe ọkwa ihe o mekwara
now I am going to the proper exposition of Ifeanyi Ubah. All I do this evening, I want everybody, because Nigeria will do the policy of Nigeria adulterate your brain. You know, if you are in Nigeria, some of you, Nigeria system is so bad that once something happens, the next few weeks, you've forgotten it and your life goes on. Miserable life goes on. So I want to expose the reason why Ifeanyi Ubah is doing what he's doing today. For some of you that don't know, thinking that Ifeanyi Ubah is fighting Simon Ekpa because he hates Simon Ekpa, blah, blah, blah. He is doing exactly what he did in Congo. Committing crime and using other people to compensate for the crime he committed. Other people serve jail sentence for what he committed. To the crime of fraud in Nigeria. And here is the exposition of what Ifeanyi Ubah since 10 years ago with Nigeria State. I want you to watch.
The goods was Vedanzio. Are they in the know or the fact that these goods in question has been delivered?
We had a system, a structure, an oral structure on how these transactions were done, and the same line is how the 6 or the 10 cargo pass through. Nothing different. They can't come before Nigerians and show one single document that I have violated before them. And also, let me tell you, I was Lord and I was misled.
Are you hearing that? He said he was Lord. I don't know what that means in English. And that he was misled. Listen, excuse of a criminal. He was misled. That is the excuse. What you see Ifeanyi Ubah talking here is the reason why he is fighting Biafra. It is the reason why he is signing documents with Shettima. It is the reason why he is doing everything you see him doing in Nnewi today in order to save his own ass. Not to save the people in Nnewi, not to save Ndigbo, but to save his own ass. Watch.
Dr. Maduka, in my regards to him, has misled me.
You hear that? He is blaming Dr. Maduka that Dr. Maduka has misled him.
In a document that this issue should only have an English court as the competent law court to judge it. When in the fact, let me even say something before you, which is very important because he has brought himself out to the public. Dr. Maduka never told me that he didn't have security. He didn't pledge any security on this transaction, which is total violation of Nigerian banking law.
Yes, every other person is committing crime, but not Ifeanyi Ubah.
Dr. Maduka didn't tell me. It was when almost a year after this transaction that he came before me crying, saying, look, they are going to sanction the bank. CBN is going to sanction that they don't know that I should find some security to back, that he doesn't have anything to give the bank. And
some of you who may not understand, remember, Ifeanyi Ubah was arrested by the DSS. For this particular case, he was arrested by the DSS, imprisoned, like locked up in the dungeon. And even court denied him bail. Some of you don't remember this. How many of you remember that Ifeanyi Ubah was arrested by the DSS for this crime now that he's trying to use Nnewi in the name of Allah of Ndigbo, in the name of fighting sit at home? And then they are now signing agreement with Shettima in order to save his ass. And he's telling you, I love Ndigbo for where he is using you to motor gauge for his crime against Nigeria state. Now I want everybody to listen. I said he was arrested by the DSS, locked up by the DSS, went to court, court denied him bail. In case if you have forgotten that, I'm going to put the news after this particular video. So let us continue.
I believe that I was trying to help my uncle, and I gave them 19 ships. Security, fresh security that has never been pledged. 19 ships and a property that is in Banana Island.
Okay.
I gave them 3 months ago. So how do you tell me that you just moved 20-something billion, 30-something billion to somebody and he doesn't have any security?
You know why Nigerians will be worried and interested in all of this. Now, you talked about jobs that you have created. The same thing he also said here, that he has also created jobs for people, and people would want to know why you say you are putting the Minister of Finance in all of this, because why do you say the Finance Ministry is also messing up with your business?
I strongly believe the Finance Minister, because of her rating, because...
Are you hearing that? Now he is fighting Ati Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Finance Minister. Then, Ifeanyi Ubah is now blaming Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Ifeanyi Ubah is blaming Peter Obi. Ifeanyi Ubah is blaming every other person because he was caught red-handed, committing crime. And that crime you see here is haunting him today. That's why he's fighting Biafra. That's why he pledged to kidnap Mazi and Kanu. That's why he's doing everything, thinking that Simon Ekpa is open kupu. Hey! Well, let me not talk too much.
Because of what people perceive her to be, he's playing politics, and she's playing Anambra State politics.
Which you hear it? Ifeanyi Ubah accused the finance minister, probably Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, of playing Anambra politics. So which means, when he says Anambra politics, he's talking about criminality. He's talking about evil. He's talking about bad politics. That's the same politics he wants to bring to Biafra to divide us in Nnewi. The same politics. This video you watch now, 10 years ago, that particular case has not ended till today. It has not ended. So if you are wondering, why are these people not supporting Biafra? Why are these people doing what they are doing? This is it. There is something that they are protecting. They are protecting their selfish interests. They are protecting their wealth, stolen wealth. They are protecting their ill-gotten wealth. They are protecting the corrupt money they have looted from Nigeria. They are protecting everything they stole from Nigeria. And Nigeria is their Lord and Savior. So you don't go touch Nigeria. They will do everything. That's what is happening now. But my happiness is that Nnewi people cannot be deceived. You can see the order I'm playing. They are all from Nnewi. And they are responding. And not just that they are from Nnewi, they are doing business. They have shops in the place where ifeanyi ubah is bragging that there are 50,000 shops. So tomorrow, result Yagakbo. And the result are Ochechi, ifeanyi ubah, Baba, because he can't cook for Biafra and we remain the same. If you don't need Biafra will cook for you for tomorrow. I want everybody to listen to this video. Very, very important.
Her job, with her reputation.
Tell us more on that.
Okay, she's playing politics.
Okay,
She is assuming to be God. She's not God.
All right.
She's not God.
Okay.
This is a woman. I have even taken Dr. Madoka to her in a private arrangement. And
okay. Do you all remember when Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala's father was kidnapped? Do you remember when Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala's father was kidnapped? Is it his father, the father, right? Do you remember that Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala made a confession that some oil businessmen told her and threatened her that if you do not take your hand off this, you are going to do this and do that. Do you also remember that somebody contacted Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala and told her what they are planning to do to her? All those things that they were saying that time, it was about ifeanyi ubah and his criminal gang. And please, Biafra people, I want you all to send me the video of Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala where she was making that confession about how he was threatened. About is it about the fuel subsidy or something? Please, if you are watching me and you know that video, please send it to me because everything is going to make sense this evening. And if you don't have the video now, I will come again tomorrow to do a final judgment. But I want you to send that video so that you are going to know who Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala was talking about or was referring to when she was making that particular explanation. How they threatened her because she want to do something good. How they said they are going to kill her or kill the family before, it was all about ifeanyi ubah. Here, ifeanyi ubah is now, that time fuming how Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala was playing Anambra politics. How is it Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala or Stella Oduwa? Please, if it is Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala or Stella Oduwa, please, I want you all to look for the finance minister that ifeanyi ubah was talking about. Is it Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala or Stella Oduwa? If I remember correctly, please, dear friends, go to work. I need that video. You remember the video I'm talking about where somebody was talking about what she wanted to do, and then all of a sudden they are threatening her and all that.
pleaded with her. I told her, Honorable Minister, set up an inquiry, a fair inquiry, an unbiased inquiry to look into my business. That Mr. Ige Mogede, who is collecting Anambra State local government funds for the last 7 years. You know, we have never had election in Anambra State. So, and Cosmas Madoka and Dr. P2B, Mr. P2B, who is my governor, happens to be co-director, and Dr. Madoka has told me.
Listen, he is not dragging P2B into it. Then, everybody was wrong except ifeanyi ubah.
The same way he told me that I doesn't like, he hate me with a passion, even before we started this transaction. That P2B, he happens to know P2B.
That's the governor of
Anambra. The governor of Anambra State. They happen to be co-director in Guidance Express Bank. That he has a very strong information on how they want to fight me and make sure that I am useless.
Why?
Okay.
Well, they think I'm opposing him, or they think I don't have issue and have a great respect for my governor, but in this politics and in this situation, Nigerians will know the fact. And I'm challenging them. I'm asking.
You were not owing, you're not in debt. How come you gave a collateral?
I didn't say that I'm not in debt. I didn't say we are not in debt. First and foremost, the transaction was given to Koscielny's Madoka. Not to me. And,
Okay.
and then I guaranteed that transaction. I guaranteed that transactions.
Talking about that, Mr. Maduka said he has never signed for a loan, but you made him sign for $30 million.
Okay.
Because of you,
okay.
to get 30,000 metric tons of PMS.
Okay.
Are you hearing that? The criminal made Madoka to sign a loan of $30 billion. Okay? Somebody say yes, it was Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Please, I need that video. Because now, everybody will know who Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala was referring to as the people that kidnapped his father, and threatened her and all that. Is ifeanyi ubah and his group. Now watch.
Have you delivered on the 30,000 metric tons of PMS?
We have. We are not even talking. We have gone beyond 30
metric tons of PMS. I said he has never signed for a loan, but you made him sign for $30 million because of you to get 30,000 metric tons of PMS.
Okay.
Have you delivered on the 30,000 metric tons of PMS?
We have. We are not even talking. We have gone beyond 30,000.
You've gone beyond 30,000.
We've gone beyond 30,000. For him to say he has never signed a loan before shows how reckless Access Bank is. He's not helping his bank. This is a man that comes before Nigeria to tell them, Nigeria, I don't take anything. So he can go into a bank and take $300 million, and then when the business goes bad, and let me just say something. I need, because you did not ask me the question, because we are discussing Nigerians are watching us.
Mm-hmm.
We have risk in line with government policy, and when government policy fails, they don't need to come and blame some businessmen that because of the risk they have taken. Remember what happens around December when government was trying to deregulate. As a businessman, we took some risk, and then in anticipation of deregulation. But when deregulation didn't work out because of our strategic assets, we have to go back to drawing board. Issues beyond this business, issues that runs this business, is something that we should go in a round table. But because the man in question, Agimokere, doesn't want to see me, he has never seen his customer he is a customer that has done $280 million transaction. He has never seen that customer in his eye. He doesn't want to see him. So there is something beyond it. There is politics, there is envy, there is all sorts of things beyond this. And that is what I want to go and table before National Assembly, so that all of us will be in the round table and discuss it, because clear conscience, first no accusation.
Got in a release, press release signed by Paul Wabiko in the ministry. There's a document here which reads, updated list of oil marketers recommended for criminal investigation. And in that list, Capital Oil and Gas Industry is number 4, and then Capital Oil PLC is number 5. And in Capital Oil and Gas Industry, the infractions...
Are you hearing? Recommended for criminal investigation. Recommended for criminal investigation is a criminal. Ifeanyi ubah is a criminal, is more than an armed robber. Listen to it. What I'm doing this evening is for you to know where ifeanyi ubah is coming from. Because we keep history. We keep record. Okay? Because when somebody starts to do something, don't just think that he is doing it because there is something happening now. No, it's something that is somewhere pushing him. What you see him doing in Nnewi today is to be able to save this ass, you see, because this particular case remains unresolved till today. I want you all to understand that ifeanyi ubah trying to use Biafra to motivate Biafra, because of the crime he has committed, financial fraud and criminal act using his business. And today you see we are exposing him, connecting the dot. Let us go back.
Updated list of oil marketers recommended for criminal in the ministry. The document here which reads, updated list of oil marketers recommended for criminal investigation. And in that list, Capital Oil and Gas Industry is number 4, Then Capital Oil PLC is number 5. And the oil and gas industry, the infractions description they've got here, right, reads subsidy payments without of existence of the mother vessel bill of lading or daughter vessel bill of lading. And then they've got another one here which says subsidy payments for which mother vessels were not found in locations claimed at the time. That's over 2 billion naira. Subsidy payments for which mother vessels were not found in locations claimed at the time of shipment, transshipment, also over 2 billion naira. And it goes on.
Okay, so let me make let me reply to that. First and foremost, government policies, the guidelines of importation.
Now, before this criminal ifeanyi ubah reply, I want every Biafran watching me today, because you know, when we want to do exposition, we do it that after that exposition, that individual will never remain the same. So today, if you wonder who this to pay
told that she was told that her daughter did not pay oil subsidy money, and her daughter blocked payment to certain parts of the Shopee program. Those are the two things that were said. I just want to clarify that as you all know, in the case of payment for oil subsidy money, we have been paying marketers who have been verified by the Igimokwedo's committee that their transactions are clean and we can pay, and we have done that. We will continue to do that. And for those transactions that are not verified, the government's position is that if they are not verified, then we will not be able to pay, and that position continues.
All right, this is okay. Let us have it again.
She was told that her daughter did not pay oil subsidy money, and her daughter blocked payment to certain parts of the Shopee program. Those are the two things that were said. I just want to clarify that as you all know, in the case of payment for oil subsidy money, we have been paying marketers who have been verified by the Igimokwedo's committee that their transactions are clean and we can pay, and we have done that. We will continue to do that. And for those transactions that are not verified, the government's position is that if they are not verified, then we will not be able to pay, and that position continues.
All right. We are going to.
She was told that her daughter did not pay oil subsidy money, and her daughter blocked payment to certain parts of the Shopee program. Those are the two things that were said. I just want to clarify that as you all know, in the case of payment for oil subsidy money, we have been paying marketers who have been verified by the Igimokwedo's committee that their transactions are clean and we can pay, and we have done that. We will continue.
All right, I want every Biafran to listen to this, because that is not the really actual video I wanted to play. So this is the video here.
That's according to Nigeria's former Finance Minister Ngozi Okwela. And that, as you can see, is the title of her latest book. In it, Mrs. Okonjo-Iweala narrates her ordeal during her bid to stop corrupt practices in her country. She met stiff resistance, and her efforts to end the abuse of Nigeria's fuel subsidies led to the kidnapping of her mother. She's been speaking to Peter Okwoche.
She met tough resistance. She met tough resistance, which led to the kidnapping of the mother. I thought it was the father. You know, it was a long time ago, but I still remember. That's why it is good. When you are doing something, be very conversant with it. This freedom I am fighting, I know Nigeria very well. I knew that it was Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, but then now it is not the father, but the mother. But I know that somebody was kidnapped because of ifeanyi ubah. And I have researched very, very deep before now. Many years ago, when this thing was happening, I connected the dots. And I know, because she did not mention the person here. But now, with what is going on, I am here to tell you who Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala was referring to. To tell you that ifeanyi ubah is a criminal, and ifeanyi ubah remains a threat to the development of Ndi Igbo and Biafra. I want you to watch and listen to Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala.
She was held for 5 days. I got a call.
Former Finance Minister Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. And that, as you can see, is the title of her latest book. In it, Mrs. Okonjo-Iweala narrates her in her country. She met stiff resistance, and her efforts to end the abuse of Nigeria's fuel subsidies led to the kidnapping of her mother. She's been speaking to people.
And the kidnapper are the people that are parading themselves today in Nnewi, that want to be stop Biafra. The same way they have not stopped kidnapping. They have kidnapped Mazi and they can. It is their business. That is the thing they used to eat. Big man, businessman, criminal. They use kidnapping to make a living. They use kidnapping contracts. They use kidnapping to do their business. Because when they kidnap, do the bid of the government and the corrupt officials, everything favors them. Monopoly. They will give them license to import PMS. They will give them license to do this and do that. And on top of it, other politicians will be stealing money, investing in their business. And all of them will be booming. All of them, ifeanyi ubah and Ekoari. Just like the history from Congo down to Nigeria. Criminality. Today, they are celebrating him. If you close shop for Sabanekpa one day, you will close shop for me for 6 days. On our brag. Now, I want you to listen to this particular 10 years ago interview of Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala.
Peter Okwoche.
She was held for 5 days. I got a call. They didn't ask for money. Contrary to what many people thought, they said I should go to the television and the radio and publicly resign, announce my resignation, and I should leave the country.
Are you hearing that? They are telling her, they told her to resign on television and leave the country for ifeanyi ubah and his group to continue to carry the criminality. That is exactly what they are doing to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is shouting about Biafra. He is destroying their fortune. Samanekpa, is now the problem. Samanekpa is not the problem. He is destroying their fortune. It is not about Ndi Igbo. It is not about the development of Anambra. It is not about the development of Nnewi. You just hear where one person that owns shop in Nnewi was shouting that that place is not motorable. You can't even drive car inside the market. And ifeanyi ubah is shouting. The same thing they are doing to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The same thing they want to do to me. But I am telling you the fact. ifeanyi ubah, mama anyo hoku ga no gba, ma no obo onye muru mumu. Ihe di na bendi, di bendi. Ka we enu wa. Ifeanyi ubah, muwa ka Chineke ga-eji we nyu oku gi no gba. I want you people to send this particular program to the Afonshi, the idiot, the ghost walking, to watch. that he did it to Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, he did it to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this small boy will be the end.
And go back to the US, where I announced my resignation and I should leave the country and go back to the US, where I was working from where I came. And so this was shocking. But the key thing is that when she asked these 4 young men who took her, why did you take me? They said, because your daughter did not pay oil marketers their money.
Okay.
And that's how we found out it had to do with oil marketers.
And at some point, I mean, there was another meeting that some oil marketers allegedly had in Abuja where, you know,
in Lagos,
where they said you would leave the office in a wheelchair.
Absolutely. And that was also by the grace of God that one of the people who participated in the meeting happened to have been a friend of my brother's, one of my brothers.
Okay.
And thought that, well, he was part of the meeting, but what was being planned was not fair.
Okay.
So he called my brother and said, you have to tell your sister to be careful.
And you confronted one of the marketers.
Exactly. In whose house it took place.
Okay.
And then let them know that we knew about it.
Are you hearing it? She confronted one of the marketers, ifeanyi ubah, in whose house the plan to make Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala cripple plan took place in his house. And Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala made him understand that she is aware of the plan, evil plan. Everything ifeanyi ubah is evil. And that's why you see him shouting and lamenting about Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, about the Minister of Finance. He doesn't want to mention the name.
And that was how.
And you confronted one of the marketers.
Exactly. In whose house it took place. And then let them know that we knew about it. And that was how I think that was averted.
But my takeaway from your book is that, you know, fighting corruption in Nigeria is almost impossible.
No, I would not say that. And that was the other point of the book, was actually to give hope and show that you can win some battles. Have we won the war? Probably not. But some battles, and you have to win some battles to show it can be won.
Okay, I don't need to listen to this one. It doesn't make sense. Now, I have been able to prove to you that the person ifeanyi ubah was referring to is Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. I have been able to prove to you that the person that ifeanyi ubah was accusing as a finance minister was Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. And here we are. I want you to watch this.
Yes, man, we took some risk. And then in anticipation of the regulation. But when the regulation didn't work out, because of our strategic assets, we have to go back to drawing board. Issues beyond this business, issues that runs this business, is something that we should go in a round table. But because the man in question, Igi Mokere, doesn't want to see me, he has never seen his customer he is a customer that has done $280 million transaction. He has never seen that customer in his eye. He doesn't want to see him. So there is something beyond it. There is politics, there is envy, there is all sorts of things beyond this. And that is what I want to go and table before National Assembly, so that all of us will be in the round table and discuss it, because clear conscience first.
Got in a release, press release signed by Paul Wabiko in the ministry. There's a document here which reads, updated list of oil marketers recommended for criminal investigation. And in that list, Capital Oil and Gas Industry is number 4, and then Capital Oil PLC is number 5. And in Capital Oil and Gas Industry, the infractions description, they've got here subsidy payments without proof of existence of the mother vessel bill of lading or daughter vessel bill of lading. And then they've got another one here which says subsidy payments for which mother vessels were not found in locations claimed at the time. That's over 2 billion naira. Subsidy payments for which mother vessels were not found in locations claimed at the time of shipment, transshipment, also over 2 billion naira, and it goes on.
Okay, so
I hope you are following how ifeanyi ubah is making this his money. I hope you are following how ifeanyi ubah is making his money. Subsidy paid, vessel was not there. This one paid, there is no existence of any vessel or anything like that. they were just collecting money from Nigeria without any proof of anything vessel. And this money they are collecting is not in 100 million, no. It's not in 200 million, no. It's in billion. In billion. That's how they make their money. So this is the person you are expecting to come and talk about Biafra when you have found a safe haven of billions from Nigeria. You think he's going to abandon that and start talking about Biafra, where it's going to be sanity, where it's going to have accountability, where you're going to know what is called rule of law, where we are going to fight corruption from the scratch? You can never do that. That's why anybody today, if you are any Nigerian or any Biafra, following this man today, you are the one impoverishing yourself, not him, because you are a stupid man. These are the people who benefit from the oil subsidy. These are the people that billions of naira and dollars are being paid into the account without anything to account for it. Let me go back to the thing so you can listen to it again.
In the ministry, there's a document here which reads, updated list of oil marketers recommended for criminal investigation. And
okay. Updated list of oil marketers recommended for criminal investigation. Now listen. Number 4 is Capital Oil.
That list, Capital Oil and Gas Industry is number 4. And then Capital Oil PLC is number 5. And in Capital Oil and Gas,
so he is number 4. His company is number 4 and number 5.
Industry. The infractions description they've got here reads subsidy payments without proof of
subsidy payment. I want you. This one is only for Capital Oil, only for ifeanyi ubah. I want you to listen to how he made his money.
Got here reads subsidy payments without proof of existence of the mother vessel bill of lading or daughter vessel bill of lading. And then they've got another one here which says subsidy payments for which mother vessels were not found in locations claimed at the time. That's over.
So subsidy payment was paid to ifeanyi ubah. There is no trace of vessel. There is no trace of anything. He collected the money. Now let us listen to how much was paid to him without trace of vessel, without any evidence of anything, without no record. Now listen.
For 2 billion naira.
2 billion naira was paid. This is the one they find out too. 2 billion naira was paid to ifeanyi ubah for subsidy without anything.
Subsidy payments for which mother vessels were not found in locations claimed.
Okay. He claimed the location. The mother vessel was not found. 2 billion was paid to him.
At the time of shipment, transshipment, also over 2 billion naira. And it goes on.
Okay. It goes on. It goes on and on. Now, how can somebody discover how to milk Nigeria, steal from Nigeria, and you think that he's not going to kill even his mother? We know how they make their money. They are ready to kill their father. They are ready to kill anybody in their family just to protect this money. That is what ifeanyi ubah want to do with Igbo and then Biafra. Taking his father's at home. No, that is what ifeanyi ubah want to do with Mazi and Kanu. You think he want to show you he love you? No. This is the definition of Ogwego. Ogwego is that ifeanyi ubah want to use the entire Igbo to go Ogwego. Ego ni no from Nigeria. He want to use the life and the future of Igbo to pay by making sure he fight against Biafra. It becomes Ogwego. There is no other way of Ogwego. This is Ogwego. This is what we call in our place Mbom. Itumbom. There is no other way. Ajiatombom. This is Mbom. Means that the Igbo people are now going to be paying, impoverishing themselves, and ifeanyi ubah will go and smile to Shetima. You know, he said, I told you I'm going to do it. I told you I will fight Simon Ekpa. I told you I will kidnap Mazi and Kanu. I told you we are going to fight this seat at home. I told you we are going to succeed. Now, to the detriment of who? To the detriment of Ndi Igbo. I am happy that people are going to be delivered today. Listen to how they collect money from Nigeria without account.
Claimed at the time, that's over 2 billion naira. Subsidy payments for which mother vessels were not found in locations claimed at the time of shipment, transshipment, also over 2 billion naira, and it goes on.
Okay, so let me make let me reply to that. First and foremost, government policies, the guidelines of importation of petroleum products is rested on PPPRA. And at every time there's various. There's no law, there's no policy of government or PPPRA period to this transaction that gives the marketers an ultimatum or a mandate to get involved in mother vessel. It is not my business. It is not the business of the company to know. Oil and gas business is traded in the sea.
So it is not the business of the marketer to know whether the money that you collected as a subsidy, whether the vessel existed or doesn't exist. Hi, Chineke God. Can you imagine? So he is trying to tell you that it is not his business whether the vessel, he himself, have filed a claim for money to be paid. Before you can request for money, it does not matter any business, whether it is all your business. Before you want to file a claim for somebody to pay you compensation of what you have done or what you are claiming, you have to file a proof that you are, if a vessel come, this is the vessel number, this is the time of the vessel, and all that. These are the things, the content of what you are going to file as an application for the fund to be released. So he just filed the application without the information of the vessel. The answer is no. But here, he is telling you it is not a business to know whether a vessel is there. So which money are they paying? Which money are you collecting? If it is not your business, when you collected 2 billion in the name of subsidy, what did you use it to do? You are collecting it because the particular service or bringing PNS and all that has been served. But that did not happen. But look at his defense. This is what he's defending. What you see, sit out to hold this man is fighting. This is it. This particular case remained unresolved. And they hold him in the neck.
And it's traded on trust. That's why you open your LC. And that's why you have to import. And if you come to the point, if it meets the product in question meets our DPR standards, then we can allow the vessel to bat in. What concerns a businessman is on the vessel that brings into his product. The onus on this, did you bring this cargo? Did you dispense this cargo? Did you give it to Nigerian masses? That's what was on us. You don't have to tell me that I should tell you how Jesus Christ was born. I can't do that.
Are you serious? You are going to tell that you delivered PMS, but you don't want to tell how the vessel came into Nigeria. Criminal.
Is what I took. The vessel that I said to go and load my cargo.
And you can imagine what he's using to give a reference, how Jesus was born. Oh, when I say, touch my prophet, no harm. Touch my anointed, no harm. He was able to say, hi.
And then you don't have to say that vessel got into, it's a mockery of Nigerian Navy. It's a mockery of government agencies. Because when you're accusing people and using, I said Ministry of Finance is playing politics. And I will challenge minister to come before Nigerians and me.
Are you hearing now? He's challenging Ngozi Wala there.
And then discuss, does she even know how petroleum product is being dispensed in this country? Has she ever been to any tank farm? Does she know what we oil traders are going through?
Let's break it down. When we talk about politics, sometimes we just speak it and people don't understand. What kind of politics? We asked before the news, and perhaps you still haven't told us what kind of politics you mean.
She is playing in her economic team. She has P2B. She has Aigimoko there. She has some of my competitors.
Okay.
So everything in her economic team is biased. To me, it's biased.
Okay, are you hearing it?
This is a woman that has profile. This is a woman that is being recommended for World Bank president. Okay. She has told them to do anything to get me, to rub me in.
She says
that. You will get to my fact, and then you look at the tenants of Aigimokode's committee.
Okay.
Before now, I is assumed to be her PA.
Okay.
Everything about oil and gas transactions is done in Access Bank. It's either you obey their law or you'll be indicted.
Okay.
I'm sure if you go to their board, they are even having problems in their board because of the way IG is taking this thing.
Okay.
First and foremost, you can be a judge in your own cause.
Who's the judge now in this?
Access Bank, in nationwide importation of petroleum, Access Bank had 60% share of finance.
All right. So this is, this video. this idiot. Now, I am going to play another. I'm going to play. The reason I am playing this is to refresh your brain for you to understand. For the crime, so he can enjoy his money, so that Nigeria will not jail him. And now, I want you to listen to this.
To the ministry saying that you don't want
not only writing
particular individual.
Not only writing petitions, I went to see the minister myself, and I took Dr. Maduka and look at Dr. Maduka's statement. In all his statements, he has never mentioned that a JV you believe in, that we are having money with Ministry of Finance. Has he mentioned that? So he doesn't even care about that. He was called to do this hatchet job for Igi Mokode. Okay. And this man is a man that can sell his brother for even 10 naira. People can testify to that.
Do you think you're being sold?
People from
because I remember, sorry to cut you. I remember that.
Are you hearing it? Every time he is going to bring this tribal card, that is the tactics he's using. Newe people can testify that. He just want to buy this Newe people syndrome of, oh, we are Newe people. Everything he does, he used the same tactics. But in even when he was issuing threats to Simon Ekpa the other day, he was saying, oh, you can't do that in Anambra. Yeah, Newe is this, Newe is that. Go and start it from Ebonyi State first. Now, listen to the idiot.
Said you were his brother. So why do you think he would want to sell you out?
He is not from Newe.
Okay.
Cosmas Maduka is not from Newe.
Cosmas Maduka is not from Newe. It is not another excuse.
We are not known to do this.
Okay.
We are not known to discuss our business before public. Okay. We are not known to be fraudsters. We are arrested in this country.
Okay.
So if Cosmas Maduka decide to play this politics to satisfy P2B, satisfy Minister of Finance, satisfy Igi Mokede in order to return his product, in order to return his, I will tell him that he's a joker. I am ready to sacrifice my life to fight the cause of this injustice, not only to me, but all the marketers in Nigeria.
What's the role of that?
There's something for all the marketers now.
I'll be in this, because you kept on mentioning him.
It was Cosmas Maduka that told me that there was a plot to undermine and even sell my... Because you know what happened? You know what happened? They tried to block me from trading since January to now. They tried to tarnish my name before the whole Nigerian banking. They didn't give me, if they don't want, I have not traded funds. So after all this, they still found that my facility still dispense 35% of entire national petroleum distribution. So their intention is to strip me of my house, and they have taken a case to court London. They left Nigerian judiciary, they went into London to seek for a judgment to freeze my assets worldwide.
Are you hearing it? They went to London to freeze his asset worldwide. Now, what ifeanyi ubah is doing now, the agreement you see him signing is so that his asset worldwide will not be frozen. Evolusia, Biafra, and Ndi Igbo, where you go? Oh my God. Is it making sense now? What he wants to do is to use the entire Igbo nation, entire Biafra, entire freedom, and everything that we are trying to bring to you to enjoy, to use it to do blood money. Blood money now is to secure his asset worldwide. Otherwise, Nigeria will freeze it because it's a fraud. Now, he has signed agreement with the Nigerian government because Biafra has gathered momentum like never before in the history. You can agree with me with that. That Biafra struggle and liberation, and now so Nigeria is playing the last card, using anybody that is available Ifeanyi Ubah made himself available because of the crime, because of the threatening to froze his asset worldwide. He's saying it. This is 10 years ago. And I said they arrested him, by the DSS arrested him. Even the court refused to grant him bail. Now, he wants to seal the deal by fighting against Biafra. You cannot hear them. You know, I posted a video of a woman that was raped for 6 months by Niger, Fulani from Niger. You don't see Ifeanyi Ubah vigilante, even when they arrested the person, the two Fulani terrorists. They were even trying to confirm to them that, did we touch you? Did we beat you? Did we do anything? The Fulani was saying, no, you did not do anything to us. They posted the video to Ifeanyi Ubah. Ifeanyi Ubah will post the video to Shetima. Shetima will post it to you see, this is my boys. Even when they catch these people, they don't do anything to them. But when they catch ESN, or when they catch anybody who is a Biafra, and he is protecting his ill-gotten wealth. Listen to him.
Listen to London to seek for a judgment to freeze my asset worldwide. Okay. Why should a bank who believes in Nigeria? Why should somebody who said he's an presidential investigator of issues in Nigeria go to London court? And Dr. Madoka said in his own statement that they don't believe in Nigerian judiciary.
All right.
They don't believe in Nigerian. He said it here.
Okay.
Well, but if all of this
mockery of our judicial system,
if all of these allegations you say it's a hatchet job, why haven't you taken anyone to court, or do you plan?
I've taken them to court. I've taken them to court
concerning all these matters. I believe
in justice, and I want to see Nigerian police will be a.
This man, this criminal, say he believes in justice, but Mazi was granted bail, was discharged from court. And the court also demanded that you cannot try Mazi again in Nigeria court. This man is not talking about it. It was part of the kidnapping. Now he is turning around. Now, and then, of course, when it comes to him protecting his ill-gotten wealth, he believes in justice. Look at it.
Certificate for Nigerian police. I have given myself to God. I say God will fight my cause. Nigerian police will come out to state black on white what we have done, and this will, at the end of the day, we will know who will laugh last. Okay. Because they have drawn themselves to the pit. Right. It is up to Nigeria. I have the report before me here. It is
as after talking this thing, Cosmos Madoka did not go to prison. Cosmos Madoka, DSS did not arrest him. At the end of the day, Cosmos Madoka is still laughing. This man is still trying to kill Biafra in order to save his ass from this case. And he has not laughed too. The suffering, pain of this crime, payment for this crime continues. And he's not going to come out of it. All this particular one, Gericia, since he have decided to use Biafra to pay for the crime and to save his wealth. I want you all to listen.
It's left for them, and I'm going to publish it. If they don't want to show Nigerians this report, I'm going to publish it. I will tell them, I will show Nigerians this is their report. This is what I was seeing, because they are still running around trying to bribe my workers, trying to induce my workforce to testify against me. Okay. I have had 3 of my workers that has been induced by these people, these unseen forces, to even incriminate me. All these things you see in the media is just to blackmail this man so he would not have any reputation. But why they are doing that? Because even the word of God said, don't touch not my anointed, I do my prophet no harm. Even as they continue to do this, the simple.
This do my prophet no harm is the national anthem. This is 10 years ago. He's still telling it to Simon Ekpa. Do my prophet. I don't know whether he's a prophet. He's a prophet of within the same man is telling you, do my prophet no harm. I don't know whether the God he's talking about is the God that is making him to go and bring him security. And not this is how he deceives people.
But the sympathy, the messages I'm getting from Nigeria is overwhelming.
Let me ask you a question. How is it that all the people you've mentioned, the ministry, the Access Bank and the committee, the Pope committee, and all 4 people are ganging up against you. Why?
Including some competitors.
Are you saying that all that they're saying there's no
that is why I said some of our oil marketers are sometimes maybe they thought, looking at my lifestyle, looking at my rising profile, they thought I'm involved in all these nonsenses. I want to tell you, sir, having the saddle responsibility of dispensing 35% of all products that we use today in Nigeria will not for anything make me to get involved in any nonsense.
Are you seeing it?
I know where I came from, a very humble family.
35% of oil in Nigeria, he is the one who is dispensing it. So how do you think is going to just, Biafra is coming, this village will have school, women in the village will have hospital, the village will have road? No, he wants a Nigeria where he is going to be supplying 35% monopoly and then impoverish the people and begin to raise funds to put street light. He will begin to raise funds to buy a bullet and buy a pump action to give to criminals in the name of security. He want to be in Nigeria where he's going to buy a gun, give to people to go and intimidate people in the market. That if you do not come and open your shop, I will lock it for 6 days. That is the Nigeria he can never abandon. You see the difference between us and them. So I am telling you, ifeanyi ubah is not for your good. ifeanyi ubah is trying to use you to do ogwego. Ogwego. Yes. Embezzle the money, is using the money to do business. Now there is something that he needs to do in order for that money to become his own permanently. And you cannot be the one that is going to use for this particular sacrifice. I want you to continue to listen.
My parents are both teachers, and I'm their first son. And I came from Newi. I have the dignity of that my town.
You came from Newi.
If not for anything. I'm not even talking about my family.
Okay.
People that knows whom my family is will tell you what we are known for.
All right.
Okay, for some of these reports, which you have highlighted, which you said you're going to publish, could you cite maybe one item or two as the reason why the report has not been published?
Okay. Well, you see, they have nothing to prove. They have nothing to prove. Because they have nothing to prove, they are hiding it because clear conscience fears no accusation.
Okay.
They need to show Nigerians their report. The rebuttal report has been published. The rebuttal report is before Nigerians. And it took them only 2 months. Why is it taking people 10 months? And Ministry of Finance is playing politics.
Okay.
He's trying to put the whole problem of Nigeria to NNPC before it is to. What is the essence of our employment? Today, NNPC is taking care of almost 100% of product that is being imported into this country.
Are you hearing him defending NNPC?
NNPC is this, NNPC is this.
Yeah, so which one item in the committee report is wrong?
Okay, sir. I have the whole file, and I'm going to this report in the completeness of documents. They stated that we did 100% of almost 95% of all their requirements. So we presented 100%. They started talking about Form M. They started talking about a stamp in Form M. Form M. What concerns a businessman with Form M? Form M is the responsibility of the bankers. Insurance, they said insurance. Now every item is.
What is Form M?
We have replied this thing. There's 6 page reply that I have made. So let them come and say in that 6 page there's one word I omitted.
Okay.
One word. So I've replied because I don't want us to take our time here. We have a lot of people about the industry.
Just before we go, the Form M, for those who don't understand, what does it comprise of? Why do you say it's a responsibility of the banks?
Form M is what the banks sells to protect their investment.
Okay.
And the businessman signs it. It's a sole responsibility. So what the most important thing in this is, did you bring the cargo? Was the cargo discharged in Nigeria? When you leave that, you start talking from, I'm going to publish it because they don't want to do it. I'm going to publish it. And I'm going to send it to National Assembly so that people can see what these guys are doing to Nigeria. They want to rule Nigeria. They want to rule this industry.
Talking by somebody who have collected billions of naira without any evidence that he actually had a ship, that the ship entered Nigeria. Now, I am going to bring Cosmos Madoka. Let us hear Cosmos. We have had this criminal. You know, you cannot hear only one person. Let us hear Cosmos Madoka.
We have many entrepreneurs, and because of the culture we have, too many of us are bound that we don't get to meet each other. And more importantly, myself, I'm very reserved individual based on my humble beginning. You don't see me in a club. I don't get to get in so many places. I focus on my business and in my religion, and then, just live a humble life and focus on the things that makes me happy and, make life progressing. Then the second time I got to meet Ifeanyi was 4 years ago when I turned 50. Other people, greeted me, and we never get to meet until some other time he called me on the phone, explaining to me he has some difficulties and he would require my assistance.
All right. Now, at what point did this birthday meeting become a business discussion, and at what time did you seal it into a business?
Precisely last year, May, I was in my office. I got a call, and behold, it was ifeanyi of Capital Oil that was on the phone. He spoke to me, distressfully that he had a problem and that the banks are trying to close up on him, and he would require my assistance. And I asked him what kind of problem was it. He told me that, he was owing Union Bank and that the banks are trying to close up on him, and if I could please, come to his aid. Basically, I told him what really happened, what really happened. The issue was, he tried to explain. I said, look, let's get this matter straight. Some of you young guys are so much in a hurry to make money, failing to understand that enduring success is not a product of chance. It's characterized by a clear vision, working hard, and works out over a period of time. It's not an event, but a process. I will simply advise you, why not get rid of some of your assets and pay down on your loan and start all over again. That what is important is what happened in you, not what happened around you. I share some experiences to him, how I started, and at the time things went bad. I have confidence in myself. That's what is important.
But you still helped him.
I want to get to where I help him, because I tried to say the story. So I gave him this kind of advice. He wanted me to come eventually. I went to his place and saw his tank farm and felt, wow, this is a young man from my state that have been able to achieve things like this. So he told me, it told stories. The bottom line is that that people gang up against him and made negative story. They want to take over his business. He needed my assistant.
Okay.
So I took him to the bank to see if they could assist him. The bank where I was a shareholder and, I have business with. I went to the bank. In fact, I moved around the banks, not just one bank. I started from Fidelity Bank. I called the manager, don't talk about Ifeanyi again. I called...
Don't talk about Ifeanyi again. They know him. He's a criminal. I want you to understand how the 419 works in those days. What they do, Ifeanyi was doing in Lagos. 419 is that when they capture you, they will show you something. Say, see it. You see it. And then you go and bring money. That's what he did to Costaris. Okay? But this one is in billion. Costaris has to take him to the bank. Because, first of all, he invited Costaris to go to his oil farm, where he has oil farm in Lagos. And Costaris was amazed. Wow. Okay. You don't know that Ifeanyi Oba tago the bank. Or tago bank in bank anaba. That is why he is doing what he's doing now. He can do anything to maintain the status quo you see him today. You see that particular status he is trying, you are seeing him, that is what he's fighting Biafra to maintain. But he cannot maintain it. Oga, that pay. I want you to listen.
of Zenith Bank. I went through all the bank. Nobody was willing to help him. So much uncomplimentary news about him. I went to Access Bank. The same story repeated. So I called him and said, hey, wait a minute. There's so much things people are saying about you. What would really get you to this place?
Okay.
He explained he was building structure. You know, he was trying to build his tank farm, you know, before the banking deregulation, and that created him problem. But now he's a changed man. He wants to focus in his trade.
He's a changed man.
I said, fine, you look me straight in the eye and tell me that if I assist you, you are not going to betray me. He said, if you assist me, I said, tell me that if I assist you, you are not going to get into any additional capital project. Because the problem with the boys from my state is that quite a number of them mismatch their funds, take a short-time fund and put in a long-time project. You know, at the end of the day, the interest rate get you stagnated because you couldn't finish that business in time to be able to get the money. I told him the second thing is that it's not, in my view, his business is not properly structured. And it's hard for a bank to give people like him money in the sense that, you know, it's like the A to Z of the business. I said, if you are not here, who else can anybody talk to? You know?
Now, I want you all to remember that ifeanyi ubah was accusing in return, after this man have helped him, was now accusing bank, that the bank is stupid, that the bank are idiots, those working in the bank are idiots, that the bank is not worthy to be called bank because they gave loan to Madoka, when Madoka say he has not taken loan before. Do you understand? So if I turn around to say that the bank that have rejected him, because what is going to happen now is that probably Madoka will take this loan in his own name, not with ifeanyi ubah. Now watch.
Try to make all of this. Eventually, I took him to the bank, and they were not willing to do anything. So I come back. I said, I asked the bank. I said, we must lend this guy money. He wanted to trade. You know, let's assist him.
Okay.
They were of opinion that this is not what they want to do. Go ahead.
Now you were severally warned by people not to help him.
That's right.
When did you have a change of heart?
Okay, listen. Where I come from, I'm from Nnewi. Okay, we had a kind of a social welfare.
Did you hear it? Cosmos say he come from Nnewi. Ifeanyi ubah say Cosmos is not from Nnewi. Did you hear him that he said Cosmos is not from Nnewi?
Fair system where we are our brother's keeper. You know, in fact, if you come to our place, we understand what supplier credit is all about. That is to say, when I import goods, we always give goods to some other person to sell and return money. When some of you will even ask, how did Costaris build the capital that with which he does the business today the way it is? It's by the same means. I'm not in a hurry to invest in property, in building. Somebody like me had a clear vision that I needed capital, which is the machine that makes your business move. So I give a lot of credit to a lot of people. You sell the goods, you return the money. So ifeanyi, when I confronted ifeanyi about his situation, he told some pathetic story. One of them is that he played a tribal sentiment to me. He said he came to Lagos. I know how our people struggle. He had this jetty in Apapa where 3 vessels can bat. And that, look at all these people in this business, Femi Otodola, this other person, all integrated, that all of them have only one jetty. And all the people in this area were crazy. How can an Igbo man come here and have 3 jetty that reach a part? That's why they want to stagnate him to death. I called the bank again. I said, what risk do we have that we open letter of credit, this guy get a consignment, we get an agent to be able to put this in a dedicated tank so that we can sell these goods and take the money back to pay. He takes his profit. The banks laugh. I said, this guy, don't let anybody see you on a picture with him. On my honor.
Hi.
So much things were said that was on it. I said, no, this cannot be true. A human being cannot be this bad. It's not possible.
Okay.
So, you know, I felt truly that the way people say things about him touched my heart, and I felt this cannot be true.
All right. Let me hold you there, Dr. Maduka. Now, this is a man who has been accused of 22.4 billion naira in full subsidy scam, and obviously is up to debt in $1 billion to banks and so many businesses. And you were warned,
He is owing $1 billion in debt to bank. Ifeanyi Ubah. So he want to use Biafra to save his ass. We are not going to let him go. All that go from this.
Like they say, to be forewarned is to be forearmed.
Okay.
However, I see that you're a very sentimental and very loving person, and I'm sure you took him on because you trusted he would pay back.
Sure.
Now, at what point did he begin to default?
Okay, let me explain this transaction. Because I'm a risk manager. So actually, to be an entrepreneur, I have to manage risk. Yeah. You can't do business with avoiding risk. Okay. It's about taking a calculated risk.
Exactly.
Sponsoring Koja was a risk for me to put 1,000 BMW into the hand of the Nigerian government without any payment. Wow. Everybody warned me against it. Bank warned me against it. I can see through risk. What is important is that, can you mitigate the risk? Can you manage the risk? If you avoid risk, you cannot be in business.
Yes.
This risk is part of the aspect of doing business. So what happened was that I think I could see through this risk. There are things you can predict is possible. There are things that it's never happened. Mm. This is my 38 years in business, not 37, 38 years. It's unprecedented. I've never had a story that you open a letter of credit for somebody to import consignment. Letter of credit, for those who do not know, is a form of payment for importing goods. It's like guarantee that if you ship these goods, we see the documents, we pay you. And when this guy send the documents to the bank now pay the shipper. Never in the history of my life that a bank received a shipping documents that consignment has been shipped, that is coming on vessel so name, and it was on board on such and such date, that you wait for 1 year, the consignment did not arrive in Nigeria. Even if the mole who is carrying that consignment, it will arrive. So we started this business. My idea was to let's take one step at a time. It is petroleum.
I want you people to understand the same way, the same pattern of fraud that Ifeanyi Ubah did to Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala in the oil subsidy, of paying the subsidy and no consignment and no ship is coming, is the same thing he did to customers and the bank. They loaned him money, and the document of ship that the ship has arrived came, but no ship. For 1 year, Molue would have arrived from New Jersey to Lagos. Now listen.
Premium spirit were important. So when the bank refused to assist Ifeanyi, initially was to assist him. And they made so much negative news. I said, okay, I'll take the responsibility and I'll become the direct operator.
You see,
facility was dealt to Coscharis and assigned.
You see,
incidentally, I am also a director in the bank.
Okay.
And under prudential guideline of central bank, director's loan, there's no interest waiver on it. Okay. And I have borrowed all my life. I've never defaulted. I have a history in not only in this country, but around the world. Big organizations like BMW, Land Rover.
Now, did you hear that? He said he has borrowed all his life. He has never defaulted. While Ifeanyi Ubah was giving a wrong explanation and a wrong narrative, that customers Maduka say he never borrowed money. Hi! But here, Cosmos is saying that he has borrowed, but he's never defaulted. So Ifeanyi Ubah don't know what is the difference between borrowing and defaulting. Maybe he thought that when Cosmos say he has never defaulted, meaning that he has never borrowed money. Hi! What did he know? People are running the business, signing documents. He doesn't know anything.
Over Java, all of them deal with me on open account. They consign goods to me, give me 40 days or 60 days, 180 days as the case may be, and I will pay. American government guarantee my shipment to Nigeria for even there's a sovereign problem. This country, the bank that guarantee my supplier in US, the US government will pay them. Exim Bank. I am the only company. We are the only company in Nigeria that they do this without a local bank taking a collateral from them.
Okay.
By the virtue of this credit I built, every bank in Nigeria will work with us on open account. So you can understand how the pain it takes to build this level of credibility. That
If I
made these funds available at my disposal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I never take a risk I cannot discount. Just let nobody make mistake about it.
All right.
So I wanted to start just by one cargo. That is a vessel load. A vessel load of this petroleum premium costs only about $30 to $35 million. We did the first one. The first consignment arrived. If I say he will clean it in 38 days, within 32 days he paid.
All right.
We did the second one, he paid. We did the third one, he paid.
Until the money become big.
Up to the sixth time, I didn't know it was a bet to get me into his hook.
All right.
The dynamics of this transaction is that we appointed a receiver manager that is not a receiver manager, but like an inspection agent called Vibrant Venture, who stay in their tank farm, and the complete tank is dedicated for our product. All because right. This LC supposed to be paid by the proceeds of the sales. So the guarantee where the money was supposed to receive is in the same product.
Okay.
So when this LC is open, ifeanyi will nominate a vessel to go and load and inform our agent. He will be on the board, then go offshore Cotonou or wherever. They load the product, come and discharge it in this dedicated tank. When it's in this tank, then as they sell the goods, money come into the bank. The bank will give authority to the agent to release cargo to them. As the bank release to the agent release to him, and they are loading the individuals who had paid to drop out. 6 transactions followed the same pattern between July and October. By October, ifeanyi then approached me with 7 documents worth over $200 and something million, saying, please, that there's going to be a deregulation. I have seen the way the other one happened. If I can please open this LC at once so that they can get this cargo. So how long will it take you to clean it? It says 70 days. And I went, signed on this, and then opened the LC for $278 million. And we're waiting for consignment till today. Not till today. The consignment did not come. So you say at what point? It's at October. Because he had done 6 transactions successfully. That gave me confidence that this 6th transaction is actually in excess of over $200 million also. So that this is going to work out.
Now you see, when ifeanyi was talking about, they have done about the 30 million this one and that. So now they have gone beyond that. You know, he was telling the people in the other news that they have gone beyond that 30 million. Now, it was a process. Here, Cosmos Maduka is explaining it. Ifeanyi did not want to explain at what point he was targeting how to milk and defraud somebody who come as a helper. Oh, you're not brag. This is a man who is bragging. Ifeanyi, look at it. Fraud. He made his money through criminality. Ochokwe used Biafra, used Ndibo, used Nnewi to protect his crime, to protect his wealth. It is not going to work. From Echi, Fulani Gaboya now. I that Fulani, they would demand for his head at the end of the day.
Fine. So when we waited January, we didn't see goods getting to February. I told him, why not we cancel the unconfirmed LC? Because our idea was that as you pay money, we will add confirmation on that one. They accepted. We cancel the 3 other LC that worth about $90 million. He left the other remaining ones. Those are the things we are still talking about it today. We cannot find this cargo. We don't know what Capital Oil has done with it. As I speak to you today, the account for this transaction is in debit of over 21 billion naira and accumulating interest of close to 380 million naira every month. If you leave it in 1 year, you're going to accumulate 3.8 billion In another 2 years, we are getting to about 28 billion. Hey. You just say, I will pay. If I can't pay you, I'll take my life, I will pay.
Hey, you see?
And every month he put 100 million, sometimes put 80 million. So the last 6 months, 5 weeks, he put only 40 million naira in the bank. Oh. And he was spending money like somebody who is going to commit suicide, buying houses, $30 million, buying vessels, living like a king, flying 2 private jets. Wait a minute. Somebody told me he went to Anambra State some few weeks ago and we are spraying dollar on top of some women.
Not in December. Are you hearing it? You know, ifeanyi ubah. You know, are you hearing it? This is the true story of a criminal who want to use Igbo. About Simon Ekpa is here. This small boy is here. Now, I want to finally, you know, there are a lot of things to expose, but finally, I want to bring the news of ifeanyi ubah arrest. Ifeanyi ubah arrest. Let us go there. Ifeanyi ubah working with the DOS to stop the sit at home. Biafra is ready for them. Biafra people is ready for them. Now, the same Cosmos Madoka that you just heard, the same Cosmos Madoka also was one of those who contributed money now to ifeanyi ubah. One moment. Let me share it. No, this is not it. Moment. One moment. Was the one to ifeanyi ubah. I'm looking for it. Now, for those of you who don't understand what is going on, we are going to have commercial. Let us go commercial. Let me take some water.
Biafra kunye buso Nigeria.
Our Prime Minister is on the commercial. So if you are yet to hit the share button, if you want to hit the share button, you want to follow, hit the share button, like. Hit the like button, hit the share button. We're on commercial right now. Hit the like, hit the share. ifeanyi ubah, eba ego na trap anyị, eba ego na trap ụmụ Chineke, eba ego na trap ụmụ Chineke. You are in the trap of ụmụ Chineke and you cannot escape it. You can't escape it. I'm telling you, you cannot escape it. Sit at home Sitatom Nkechi, Sitatom Nkechi, gade pawpaw. Sitatom Nkechi, gade guinea pawpaw. Let's go. Sitatom Nkechi, gade pawpaw. Sitatom Nkechi, gade pawpaw. Our Prime Minister is that's the commercial you are seeing there. You know, some things tire me. This music that our Prime Minister is playing, I play it very well. I used to play it a lot. But suddenly, I don't know whoever put that music on the internet. They put copyright on this particular song. I'm telling you. This is supposed to be a Biafra anthem. It's supposed to be a Biafra song. But you see them, they put copyright on it. It's terrible. Something that is meant for freedom. Something in here freedom. For the copyright it's in there. So in that body, okay, our Prime Minister is back.
Right. Now we are going to show you the criminal ifeanyi. Now, I want everybody to look at this. In case you don't know, ifeanyi was arrested in 2017. And look at, court declined to release Ubah from DSS custody. It was in DSS custody for this crime I'm exposing today. Now, that particular case and this crime has not been resolved. Ifeanyi and the prison is looking at each other. If as Nigeria continue to exist, he will surely go to prison because we cannot allow him to use Biafra future as a motor gauge to save himself from the crime he's committed. Justice Mohammed Idris of Lagos Federal High Court yesterday declined to compel the Directorate of State DSS to release the Managing Director of Capital Oil and Gas Limited, Patrick Ifeanyi. In case you have forgotten, the reason why Ifeanyi is signing document to fight Ndinewi, fight Biafra, so that he is going to enjoy the money he has stolen from Nigeria and from Cosmos Madoka. The judge had on 9 May, while granting an ex parte application filed and argued by Ubah Council, Mississippi former Esom, ordered the DSS and the Director General to produce him in court yesterday or show cause why he will not be produced. However, at the hearing of the letter yesterday, another counsel who represented Ubah, Ajibola Oluyede, urged the court to order the disobedience of the court order made on May 8, 2017. Oluyede told the court that instead of DSS to produce his client as ordered by the court, the respondent served them a notice of preliminary objection. He informed the court that the respondent went to a Federal Capital Territory LCT High Court, Abuja, and obtained a remand order against his client, Ifeanyi, despite the order of the Federal High Court, Lagos, that he should be produced in court. Oluyede told the court that when Ubah was first arrested on March 19, 2017, and released after 3 weeks, he was cursed to discontinue the fundamental right application which he earlier filed against the respondent, adding that when it was discontinued, he was invited and re-arrested. Are you hearing? Are you seeing it? He was invited and re-arrested. This case you are hearing me reading have not ended. That is what Ifeanyi is using now to fight Biafra, and they are going to pardon him. He also told the court during Ubah's second arrest, he was coerced into signing document that he owned the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, and pledged his asset for the debt, whereas he was being owed by the NNPC the sum of 14 billion. Are you hearing? Ubah claimed he owned NNPC. Maybe that was when he was saying, that was the reason why he was saying NNPC is a good company. Nobody should talk bad about NNPC, because he was thinking that NNPC belonged to him. Now, he therefore urged the court to order the DSS to release Ubah immediately. Responding, counsel to DSS, Director General Peter Okerimade urged the court to discontinue the submission made by Ubah's legal team. He told the court that the agency has filed an application before the court challenging the court jurisdiction to entertain Ubah's application. Adding to him, the applicant was arrested in Abuja on May 6, 2017, and not in Lagos, as claimed by his lawyer. He also told the court, even Ubah did not even tell the lawyers the truth where he was arrested. The lawyers were writing Lagos, while DSS was writing Abuja. Who knows what he's hiding? You don't want to tell his own lawyer the truth. At least let them know the truth where he was arrested. They say it's Lagos, while the DSS arrested him in Abuja. The agency secured a remand order applicant on the 10th of May 2017 that he said was equal to motion ex parte for his remand filed before the Federal High Court. He therefore urged the court to discontinue the submission made by Ubah's lawyer and hear agency notice preliminary objection challenging court jurisdiction. Now, I don't need to start reading all this thing to the end, but just that you know the reason why Ubah is signing this document. This document you see on the screen, why Ubah is signing the document, is to fight against Biafra. And then also, the issue of Cosmos. Now let us go to the list of the people that donated money to Ifeanyi Ubah in 2023. No, 2021. When Ifeanyi Ubah claimed that he want to bring a CCTV camera. he want to bring CCTV camera to Nnewi. Now let us go to the let us go to the list. You want to bring CCTV camera to Nnewi. Here we go. This is the list of Ifeanyi Ubah's the people that contributed money to him. 551 million naira. Update. Financial donation for solar street light in Anambra South. Total 551 million. Now let us go to number 126 of this list. Let us go to number 126. 126. 126. Cosmos Madoka 10 bed set worth 3.7 million naira. Now they are talking about bed here, but Ifeanyi Ubah is talking about street light. Look, Ifeanyi Ubah have changed the donation that Costaris also donated to now solar street light. Look at it. Financial donation for solar street light in Anambra South local government, 551 million. Ifeanyi Ubah have raised this money in the name of building hospital, but today he is using the money to buy arms and ammunition for people that he has recruited, criminals and terrorists, jihadists, to fight against the restoration of Biafra and to fight against our sit at home, giving arms to them to go to Nnewi market to intimidate our traders and our market leaders in Nnewi. Today, this project have changed from hospital to street light, solar energy. That is the reason why you will see the Coscharis, Cosmos Madoka, donated 3.7 million in the name of to buy bed for the hospital that ifeanyi ubah advertised to them. Here, ifeanyi ubah advertised to them. But when you look at it, you see 10 bed set worth 3.7 million. It was well clearly stated is for bed. Other people contributed 1 million, 3 million. And when you are seeing this, see them mentioning this money, you know, $300 million, $200 million. And when it comes to community, they give to this one, for example, Dr. Cletus Beto, 12 million. When they contributed all of them, it becomes 551 million. To who? Who signed it? Ifeanyi Ubah. Here. Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Ubah, Chief Convener. Having made this exposition today, my Biafra people, you now understand why our own is different. We'll come to tell you where your problem is coming from and then also give you the solution. Here, you see Ifeanyi Ubah signing document.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we're making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
Thank you very much, my fellow Biafrans. The freedom of Biafra is here. Ifeanyi Ubah is playing the last card of the Fulanis. They have failed. We are in their meetings. We know what they discuss. We know how they discuss it. Aiji Hanaka, tomorrow I'm going to make another exposition, revealing how this whole Ifeanyi Ubah, what he's doing now was how it was discussed. I'm going to give them word to word what was said and how they're saying it. Including the meeting that they had 2 days ago. I'm going to tell them that the eye of the gods of Biafra land is looking at them, watching, and we are following every single step of Ifeanyi Ubah and his group. Here, the Bendi. From here, from me, is good evening. I thank you, Biafra people. May God bless you. May God bless Mazi and Dikano. May God bless our Eastern Security Network. May God bless Biafra Liberation Army. Tomorrow starts the historic day, sit at home until the 10th of July. It is a preparation for the restoration of Biafra, for the liberation of Biafra. It is a preparation to demand the release of Mazi and Dikano conditionally. It is also to set many things for what is to come. Remember, ene na wite ogbanyoko. And I cannot banyoko. I cannot banyoko go. The next talk I can banyo walk Ifeanyi Ubah. Ni eni nesia. Money no effort. Ni eni nesia. I can banyoko ya from tomorrow. From here, from me, is good evening. There one.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
We are saying we want to be free. It is not only Biafra that is going to be free this year. A lot of nations will break. Nigeria is going to break it. The Biafra people are going to make it possible. I am telling you now, it is not a hidden thing. It is going to happen this year. Those of you who are planning to have election in 2023, which is next month, you are going to fail. We will disappoint you. Yeah, I want to put the link up. I want to put the link. Maybe we can have a discussion for 20 minutes. I will put the link. We can have a discussion for 20 minutes. Those of you that have watched this, and you are impressed, and you know that Biafrans must listen to our Prime Minister, we need to just come and let's have a very quick chat together. Let's have a very quick chat together. Okay, it's finished. Okay, it's over. It's over there. Our Prime Minister is off. Yes, no, finished it. So I'll put the link here. Some of you might want to have a word or two. Then they got ifeanyi Ejiofor and ifeanyi ubah and ifeanyi ubah. Then they got nyani mbadang no nishi tiwasa ni ishi na balea. Ifeanyi ubah. I get ria ko ubah, taya ko ubah. I got ifeanyi ubah ko ubah. Taya ko ubah. The link is there. Yeah, Helen Peters is here.
Wow, this is called bomb.
Bomb.
This is atomic bomb. This man will not be able to sleep tonight, though.
All of them. I opened the window of Iken Guragu. Iken Guragu is running naked. He's running. Iken Guragu. Running. Hey, why is someone doing this? Someone stop.
The God has spoken. The God has spoken. 7 million Biafrans, they were all listening. Biafra now was on standstill. My God. This is the final stage of ifeanyi criminal ubah. He has gotten to his end. No way out.
Criminal.
This is the end.
You see, and there's something that our Prime Minister did not touch. Do you know the last time ifeanyi ubah's motorcade was attacked? Do you know that ifeanyi used those people that were murdered there, he used them for sacrifice?
Of course.
He used them for sacrifice. Because what he does is what they call ogwego. That's what he does.
You are right.
He's using people
to buy himself, yes.
For ritual. That's what he's doing.
He's using that to buy himself up. But this is his end. This is his end. The gods have spoken. So no way out for him. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate our PM. May God continue to strengthen, empower him, protect him from all their evil arrows in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. I'm so happy tonight.
Thank you so much.
Let me leave it for others.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Lady Cash, unmute yourself, Lady Cash. Lady Cash, unmute yourself.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Pastor Vam. It's been a long time that I spoke to anybody. Anyway, I was just doing my schoolwork and I just dab into their lot. I said, no, I have to listen to somebody. It's been a while.
We have finished ifeanyi ubah. He's finished.
No, he's my person. No, he's related to me. I'm just confirming what PM is saying. I was typing. He's a criminal.
Okay, tell us more.
Yeah, everything he said is true. I knew when that thing happened. Even our Igwe even ventured into trying to settle that case, but it was never settled. Everything Cosmas said, that is Kocharis, is true. The reason why he was
Cosmas is a born-again Christian, a genuine born-again Christian.
Because the reason why he was talking about Cosmas not coming from Newi is because Cosmas' wife is from Yoruba. So he was trying to bring a race war. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, that's what happened. He was just trying to say, put it into inform that because Cosmas married outside from Newi or from an Igbo lady, Cosmas is not a real or true Newi man. He doesn't know how to do this or something like that. I know when that thing happened. The case is still on. And he just be flashing. I'm having that issue with my people here in our own phone.
That is the case he's signing here. Oh,
yeah.
That case he signed.
You see that list that the PM posted? I have it in my group here. I have it in my phone. When they posted that in my phone, I was like, wait a minute. You are talking about ifeanyi ubah trying to put a street light, and I'm saying a bunch of names from the Muslim. So I don't see why a Muslim man will be donating such a huge sum of money for you to have a security in your town. But I didn't go far because I don't have time now for any unnecessary argument with anybody. But everything he said today is true.
It's true.
There's no lie. Yes, it is true. And he's still owing Koscharys. All this money he's flexing, doing everything he's doing, and everything is all the money that he's getting from people. Actually, today I understand the way he did the 419. I understand that he duped Koscharys before.
You see?
But I never understand the system why he do, because when the news was going on, I heard it from my people, and I asked people from my town, the people from Nnewi Market also. You know, it's just a popular news. People knew about it. But I never knew that he actually went into a sequence of doing a business, little by little. The way you borrow money, you borrow $10, then you pay back. You borrow 50, you pay back. Then the person will have the mind to give you 200 next time. You pay back. Then you come back again and ask for 5,000. The person, oh, okay. I've been giving this person some money. He's been paying back. I'll give more. The person gives you 5,000, you pay. Then you come back for 20,000. That's the hit then. Then you borrow 20,000, then story will come up. That's exactly what he did to
Koscharys. We are losing you there. We lost you. Lady Cash.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. No, I was giving the instance of borrowing money little by little, from 10 to 100 to 1,000 to $5,000. Then you come back and say, oh, I need some help. I need $10,000 or $20,000. And the person gives you the money. Then you enter story. You start giving, come today, come tomorrow. I was going and I came to the, my purse now fell off. The snake swallowed my house that day, so I couldn't find my house when I was going back. That's exactly the story he was using on Cosmas. Cosmas Madoka is Koscharys. He's the Koscharys group. We have ifeanyi ubah is from Newichi. Cosmas is from Umudi. So we are brothers. He actually helped him the way you help your brother to grow. That's what he did.
He helped him. And now today, in that other interview where he was having, he told them that Koscharys is not from Nnewi.
It's because Koscharys married a Yoruba woman. The wife is from Yoruba. That's why he made that statement. He was just trying to bring you that, the way you say this person is not a real person because the person stepped out of the culture to marry a husband or marry a wife, something like that. That's what he was trying to do there.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let us hear from other people. Thank you so much, Lady Cash.
You're welcome.
Okay. God bless you. Uchenna, Mazi Uchenna, please, can you talk to us, please? You are muting yourself. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. You are muted. Unmute yourself. Okay.
Yeah, Pastor Bamba, Budo Dirigo.
Budo.
Yeah, but here you get a chapu. Yeah, but our PM here could all the cage, okay, and here, Kubasa, Mokwana, Ekpa mana Igwendin, Ekpa Eba. Yeah, ifeanyi gwara onye abụọ because it will not business camel. Oh, you
so go there in English. Can do also.
Okay, I say about this case of ifeanyi and Koscharys.
Yes.
They even went to their ego to settle this case. Yeah, ifeanyi responded to that this is a business. That's they just did a business. So ifeanyi is a well-known criminal. In a way, yeah.
So
just
people know all this criminality of ifeanyi.
Yes. They know who is ifeanyi ubah.
Can you imagine?
They know who is ifeanyi ubah. Yeah.
So
it's just a big bombshell.
Now Biafrans have known who he is. Now we have naked him completely.
He's a pure criminal. We thank God for this situation today.
The attack his convoy. He was the only one that escaped. He escaped.
Yeah. Ifeanyi is a criminal. All right, thank you. Keep on the good work. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, Christian, can you talk? Let's hear your voice.
Nah, man. Mba otodi I don't have a terror video but to do this.
I can't keep your video. Let's hear your voice, please.
Okay, all right. So the thing is, their country, Jesus Christ,
let's take it to 2 minutes because a lot of people are coming in. Okay, let's have 2 minutes so that I'll be able to, go ahead. Yeah,
Nigeria bring criminality. That is the purpose in which it was created by satanic Lugard Nandiotua from the realm of darkness, for darkness and retrogression. Nothing is going to change as long as that country remains. This same Ifeanyi Onyori, criminal of the highest order, he's not alone. Ojus Okalo, the same pattern he tried to play, to use Biafran to bail himself out of Fulani prison, but he failed woefully. Ifeanyi Ubah has also failed woefully. Their president now, the one they selected, the one they selected now, saying I be president, the same criminality from drug trafficking to money laundering. Today is president. That's what Nigeria does. It will never change. Anybody who tell you otherwise is deceiving you. Nigeria has absolutely nothing to offer to humanity, and that's why it has to be destroyed. Otherwise, nobody's going anywhere. Tinubu, criminal of the highest order. Everybody know. And I will tell you this, that you see the Tinubu you see today, there's nothing he's going to do in that country without the approval of British or the Western world, because they have a debt. They have a debt on him. On his criminal record, they have it. And they like somebody like that to be president so that whatever they tell him, he's going to do. Otherwise, they expose him. So that's Nigeria for you. But this Ifeanyi Ubah, Chileka, wow. All right.
Thank you very much. Good night. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, Mazi DK, please take the microphone.
Yeah, Pastor Baba. Our PM are for a lot today. Yeah, we find more of Florida and we sit at home. I feel a lot. More of Florida and Ifeanyi Ubah, we sit at home. Yes. Well, I give it. Private account that internet we won't for
calling but how wrong is she? We sit at home today. We are already on the 3rd today. We sit at home in Biafra land is going to be Kajad.
If you go,
we cannot hear you very well. Maybe fan is taking away your voice. There's fan blowing. It's blowing away your voice. We cannot hear you very well. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Mazi Ayochukwu, please take the microphone.
Yeah, Pastor, my pastor.
Odogu in Australia.
Yeah, Pastor, look, Ifeanyi Ubah be a suicide. He come for suicide. Okay, my with suicide. Only choice. He was on his suicide mission. Only choice.
You are right.
Only choice, brother. Oh, that is only choice. Or suicide. Or osinike rini. Or maha the truth. Mbo contest for governorship. Mmadụ letere ya na governorship. Onwe onye like na Nnewi. Agwa nke na onye Anambra don ma wu onye Nnewi. But I know everything. The only thing there ba we ma go here, that thing there in Igbo anyị. Once you nwere ego like this, na-efe gị inwe ego na-efe gị ọdịdị ka nwere ihe ewu. But apart from that, enwe onye like Ifeanyi Ubah. Oh, he was on a suicide mission. Ọkwa ihe afọ ọjụ ụzọ kalụ dịrị ebe akwa na Senate chamber. Kedu ihe ọ na-ebere akwa? Because Fulani ji Nnamdi Kanu kwere ha ọnya. Ha kidnap Nnamdi Kanu. All this kind of thing. So ọjụ ụzọ Kanu wee je kidnap Nnamdi Kanu. hoping that na kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu genye ihe ọ chọrọ. But thank God for Simon Ekpa and the autopilot. I maintain the struggle, keep all the fire burning. Now they are all irrelevant. They are all irrelevant in the front of the Fulani and the Nigeria. That is why AG now we're now Barazi board. That is why AG Kwani ifeanyi ubah, all this kind of one. He has to protect, okay. You know, but if we go near now, I'm not worried. I'm not panicking because I'm a Biafra. It doesn't matter in Haman. Even say if it's not the end though, another person can fight for this Biafran struggle. You know that one, when he can have banaka. You got this surprise when he can. You know, so you people have to understand what is happening. You know, we are winning. Biafra is here. Well, the last battle, you know. So about the good thing they have, we are water than white, water than snow. All him and the DOS. Once Akaga the Hocha, Nandi Kanu Kurieku, before a Batana Biafran struggle, Akaga Docha, we are water than white. I want Akaga the Hocha, Abatakwana. Like Otu Anon Australia Ketana, Henja Basimba Biafra Ike, Akam Docha, and when Yagasim, and when you with it, you got I mean, so saying he got him, so saying he got him, and now fighting for Biafra. Yes. What I mean. Exactly. All the system the Britain and the Fulani they use. They like Onya Hakaya the Hocha so that when something against you, when I manipulate it. But once Sakari Docha, it can be bold to say, you know, even say it can be bold to do what they want to do because you're clean. You know what I mean? And all the same thing the Simon Ekpa did. Simon Ekpa is water than white. That's why I love Simon Ekpa. When I remember this Simon Ekpa, now I wonder, see, Chineke, it's like Chineke just know, we don't know from the beginning. Kodo knows Simon Ekpa, for the time to come, you know? Because many of I Wundibo, many of I Wundibo no Bodoibo, many of us Akaya the Hocha, one word or the other, criminal record. So that is why people are not speaking up. It's time we start to speak up because all that